What is going on, everybody? My name is Justin, and I am here with Dibes. We are the hosts of the watch parties for the Sixers on the Painted Lines YouTube channel. Please, if you are not already, like and subscribe.
Go.
We are here every single game. Hope you all having a good day. But today we are going to be watching the Sixers and the Pistons. Now, this is a team that is kind of has a bad record. The Pistons look. I think they're. What are they like 3-13?
Yeah, but they're better.
Yeah, but
they're
yeah,
not. They're just not an easy out last time we played them.
And that's what I was gonna get at. And this is a roster that really isn't that bad if they figure it out at the end of games. Now I think everybody knows here the Pistons are not trying to be good this year. I think that's pretty blatant, but they definitely are no easy out. And tonight we also have Joel Embiid out. So we're gonna lead our conversation off with that. Dibes at Mr. Crockpot on Twitter. What do you feel about this game? And do you think Joel Embiid being out is going to affect the outcome of it?
Of course it is. Come on, of course. Like Joel Embiid just got named Eastern Conference Player of the Week, averaging over 38 points in his last three games. Only other Sixers to win NBA Eastern Conference Player of the Week 5 times is Charles Barkley and Allen Iverson. What a tease! What a tease this is. Embiid was terrific, and Ben Simmons was terrific against the Pistons, and now no Joel Embiid. When you look at this season with no Joel Embiid, they're 0-3. The Sixers are 0-3 without Embiid this season, and you really kind of just the offense falls apart. The defense falls apart. You look at the 3 games, 93.6 offensive rating, 106.4, 100.6. You look at the defensive rating in those 3 games, 117.5. The next game was 118.8 and then 102.6. So, and especially turnover percentage. When Embiid is not playing, you had a game in there with nearly 20% turnovers and another game of almost 20% turnovers. Embiid is the engine. That being said, Seth Curry, I don't think, was in 2 of those. So if Curry is back, we're going to see what Ben's got in him now that Seth Curry is back and providing some spacing on the court. But, I mean, how can you – that is a major loss because you look at last game when Ben and Joel were just eating and Joel was just living at the free throw line. You're not going to have that tonight. So it's a major loss. I don't know how you can say otherwise.
Yeah, and I agree with you. But I think tonight – is really going to be based off the role players around Ben. Now, we know Ben is at his best when he's got spacing on the floor with him.
Yep.
I think if Tobias has a big night tonight, I think it's not going to be a problem. I think yesterday or the other day when they played, Tobias, I believe, went around. I think he went for like 6 or 14. Still had 17 points because he was getting to the line. But other than that, he didn't have a great game shooting. I think with him playing a little bit better, they have a better. I do want to talk about some things going in the comments right now. We got Ben Butler saying morning from Australia. What's up, Ben?
What's up, Ben?
We got Nasty Nizzle saying what's up to us. What's up, Nasty? How you doing? How you doing?
Man.
And Jonathan Kent, he says, I was thinking I was the only one watching from Australia. Well, look, John, we got 2 of you now. Ben and John, both from Australia. We appreciate the Aussie fans out here. Hopefully your man, Ben Simmons from Australia, can get it going tonight. Dunderdude says, I believe they can get to a point where they won't struggle so much without him, but I don't know if they're close to that yet. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I think Ben Simmons is – I think lately he's been finding his rhythm in this offense a little bit more, and you're seeing him understand when he needs to get his own bucket a little bit more often. That's something I've been thinking about for a while, that he just seems a little timid at times. like right at the beginning of the game, he'll go and just be driving and driving and driving, looking for himself, and then all of a sudden it disappears, and you don't see it the rest of the game unless it's him running in for a basket randomly on a drive from the other side of the court. So it's been spotty, but we'll see if he can catch his rhythm today. What do you think about that, Dibes?
For me, you look at the shooting in the games, the 3-point shooting when the games Embiid did not play, 32% from three. Next game, 31% from three, and then 28% from three. Those 3 games are shooting hovering around 30% of the game. That's not good. Even when you don't have Joel Embiid, you're also still not getting it done from the perimeter, and that just speaks volume, I think, for how much Joel Embiid does for that Sixers offense. So I'm kind of struggling, guys. I know we're going to pick our winners and players of the game here, but I think that speaks volume also to Seth Curry. Seth Curry needs a huge night tonight. You touched on it, Tobias. He led the Sixers in scoring in 2 of those 3 games with no Joel Embiid. Toby needs to score at least 20 points in this. Seth Curry needs to be on fire. Otherwise, that was a tough win. That was a tough fourth quarter, gritty, tough win the Sixers had against the Pistons last time. The Sixers are going to have to play well.
Yeah, and let's now welcome our man Austin Krell at NBA Krell on Twitter. He is one of our Sixers beat reporters for the Painted Lines. He also hosts a podcast called The Feed to Embiid, also on the Painted Lines YouTube channel, and he also puts out some great content via thepaintedlines.com. How you doing, Austin?
I put out only great content. Never put out piece of my life.
Just like Joel Embiid, Austin's the only other TPL member to win Player of the Week 5 different times.
That's mean that there were only 6 of us, so I had to.
Nice.
I appreciate you bringing me on as usual. It's always a pleasure to be here. What's going on, guys?
We're just sitting here getting excited for the game.
Yep.
I think this team is a better team than what their record says. A lot of people are saying like, oh, they are 3-13. This should be an easy win. You should get to win this game. I think the Sixers should win because I think the Sixers are a good team and they have to start finding ways to beat teams without having Embiid there, because good teams win games when players are missing. If they are truly good teams. But I mean, this Pistons team really isn't like that bad of from a performance standpoint. Like the Pistons, they don't turn the ball up at an alarming rate. They don't give up a ton of points in the paint. I think their record is more of an indication of like them being young and just getting the short end of the stick in a lot of close games. I think their point differential is something ridiculous. Like, let's see what it is. You guys can start talking.
Real quick, Ben Butler says, morning, Austin. Sorry for the jive to end Feed to Embiid, but Brock is my man. I don't know what he said, but what did he say on the Feed to Embiid?
I don't remember. I think he said something like, I was the Blue Coats beat writer, which I'm not.
Oh, wow. All right. Come at me.
I am not. Justin is the Blue Coats beat writer. I am the Sixers beat writer.
We have Jonathan Ken here from Australia. What's going on, man? We got Australia repping the house tonight with
yes, sir.
The party. I love to see it. Gender Dude says, I think Toby and Shake will go off with 20 to 30 points. We need it, man. Sixers off.
Here it is. The Sixers, the Pistons have a point differential of negative 4.7, which means that they're on average the most likely outcome of their games is losing by 5 points or less. Whereas there are teams like Charlotte that is, the Magic that has a point differential of minus 5.4, and they're 7-10. So I mean, like they're just falling on bad luck right now. The Pistons. I think they're a better team than what their record says. But
I do have a question for you then, Austin. With that, do you think that is just falling on bad luck, or do you think the Pistons are trying to lose this year? Because personally, I think it's more of a Pistons are trying to lose this year than it is bad luck.
I think it's probably a little bit of both. I mean, there are some plays like Jeremy Grant had a play the other night where like he had a chance to make he made the game-winning shot, but it was late. And the Pistons lost by a point. So like I don't think Jeremy Grant's intentionally missing shots in hopes of winning a higher draft pick. I mean, I think there are some games where it's just like if they throw in the towel and the effort isn't there. But I think like most young teams that are trying to prove themselves and are rebuilding they play really, really, really hard. And sometimes those are the hardest games to win.
No, I mean, yeah, I get that. Real quick, why is it every time I see the N right over there, like Nadir pop up, that I just like it just sticks out to me now? He's a very prominent man in our chat.
Do you cringe when you see Nadir like I do?
No, never. Not
no, I don't. I definitely don't cringe, but it's definitely one of those things where it's like, yep, there's Nadir. There's Nadir is in the building. We got the man, the myth, the legend, the Furkan lover, Nadir.
Absolutely.
By the way, speaking of Furkan, that just brought my mind to role players, and people who are role players right now for this team. So, what are your guys' opinions on Furkan? What's your opinion on Isaiah Joe, on Tyrese Maxey? Being that like a lot of those minutes have been kind of being flipped and flopped around lately. Personally, I think a lot of it has to do with Seth Curry. I'm gonna start with you, Dibs. What are your thoughts on the minutes that are kind of flopping around with those three?
Sorry, Nadir. You know where I'm going with this. We talked about this on Party on Broad. It should be Isaiah Joe. I get it that Furkan's going to get the minutes right now, but I totally expect Joe's minutes to incrementally increase as the season progresses if Korkmaz continues to struggle. If he's not shooting it, what's he doing there? Or at least Isaiah Joe gives you length. He gives you spacing just like Korkmaz does. I've been very impressed with Isaiah Joe. And regarding Tyrese Maxey, I mean, the book is out on him. Let's see how he adjusts today, because one of those games, do you remember, one of those games Joel Embiid didn't play? He put up a 39-burger, I think it was, on that one night. So I'm hoping to see a lot more Tyrese with the ball in his hands, higher usage rate, see that Tyrese that we saw, really just relentlessly attacking downhill constantly. So, I mean, Tyrese is terrific. That is not even a question. It's just a matter of him adjusting right now. But the real question is Joe versus Korkmaz. And I do think that potentially down the road, you'll see Joe, not Korkmaz.
Yeah, I definitely think that's a possibility. Austin, do you have any opinions on that?
My opinion would be that I think you have to give Isaiah Joe a chance. Well, so I won't say that. I think what we're seeing here is like whether they, obviously, just by force of them not having anybody else, they got a little sample from Isaiah Joe with the with the COVID case that kind of came out, and I think they're trying to figure out like which of these three do we go with, because I don't think you can have all three.
Yeah.
So like right now, I think they're giving a tryout, if you will, to like Furkan and Matisse. I thought Matisse has actually played it fine. Not great, but fine. He's not like hesitant to shoot the ball, for better or for worse. He's kind of been he's showcased a little bit of like dynamic finishing ability. He made a couple of tough finishes. I need Furkan to make above 40% of his open threes, and right now he's not doing that.
And that's the key. Sorry, go ahead.
I want to ask Austin this, because this is right up your wheelhouse right here, Austin. Who's going to have the better career, Tyrese Maxey or Emmanuel Quickley? Your boy, Quickley.
In my scouting report, I said I would have taken Quickley as high as 8 in the draft. I love Emmanuel Quickley. Loved him. I knew he was undersized, but I kind of felt like he had this heart about him, and he was a really good shooter, and he just had his unbelievable energy on the defensive end. And so I felt like he could have been like, the guy that you overlook because of size and interpositionality. But I think he has like the mentality of it. Obviously, time's going to tell who becomes a better player. I've been really impressed by Tyrese Maxey's work ethic. I think his teammates have been too. Truthfully, right now, I think it's too early to tell. I think Quickley has a much bigger role because the Knicks just don't have any kind of like semblance of like a guard that they trust. And I think he's been that energy energizer button for them. But I think time will tell. And to be fair, if I had to put a guess on it, I'd probably say Tyrese Maxey, and not because he plays for the Sixers, but rather because I just feel like there's maybe a higher ceiling there.
Awesome.
I just want to quick talk about this. I just saw the starting lineup for the Pistons come up on the screen, and being that they have Wayne Ellington as their 2 guard, I popped in my head. Wayne Ellington went to my high school for a year before transferring into Philly. So just a quick nod to Daniel Boone real fast. But, oh my goodness. I also had another point to make. I don't remember. Damn. Oopsie. Let's go to the comments for a second. We got Pedro Casas. Yeah. Can we go with that? I'm going to go with that. What's up, Pedro? Hi, guys. Greetings from Brazil. Thanks for being with us today. We appreciate everybody. What do we got here?
I think I saw Philippines are hanging out with us tonight. That's awesome.
Oh, did you? I didn't see that.
It's gonna be really cool traveling like international waters and be like, oh, I have fans in this country. Very nice.
Yup. Yams said, I think Furkan is probably packaged with a pick or another player for a stretch 4 by the deadline. I don't know if I'd agree with that. I want your opinion, Dibes. Do you think that is a possibility? Like, because my mind doesn't really go to Furkan when I think trade piece, just based off his contract.
I fully agree with that. You know, Furkan is like house money. He makes such little money that it doesn't even matter. Or I don't see him as a sweetener for really any deal. The guys you're talking about are like, Mike Scott, Danny Green, Matisse Thybulle, those dudes. Could they be trying to increase his trade value? Possibly. I can't say no to that. However, I don't see Korkmaz as a sweetener for sure.
He might be a sour, to be honest.
Did Austin freeze for you?
You just freezed like that. So what did you say?
I said he might be a sour.
A sour asset. A sourer.
When it came to assets and trying to trade for a stretch 4, to me, like, I think you're crazy if you don't think Mike Scott is the one that's going in there just based on money alone. And based on money alone, but the fact that he hasn't been playing that well, obviously makes you don't want him really to be our backup 4 anyway. But I believe he's making around $5 million, and that can get you a decent stretch big in the league. Mike Scott.
Making 4.9, I think, which is like at the time, I think mid-level. Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure, but I think he makes like 4.9.
Okay.
I'm going to look it up for you. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
I don't think he's going to have much trade value. What I do think is that there's going to come a time when they just realize that okay, we got to get a stretch 5 on this floor, maybe like a small ball 5, but a stretch 5 nonetheless, because those Dwight Simmons minutes and more specifically the Dwight Simmons Thybulle minutes are just killing them. They're not getting really any production out of that. And so I think at some point they'll look into that so that way you can play Ben and Dwight separately and without Ben having to play the 5. And Nadir makes a good point. Bielitsa, I think, would be a good option. He's a guy that can shoot from like 30 out. And he doesn't need to be confined to the corner like PJ Tucker needs to be. Like PJ Tucker is really, really good in those corners, but everywhere else he's kind of spotty. Bielitsa can make him from anywhere. I think he's a guy you could put in that stretch 4, stretch 5 category. Someone brought up to me, I forget when, maybe last night, 2 nights ago, whatever, Ersan Ilyasova as an option. I like the idea, I like the theory of it, but I think he's been out of the league a while. Since last season, but I mean the Bucks cut him I mean, the Bucks need about as much depth as they can get. So I mean,
Yeah.
tells you a
I
lot.
would say also with a position, and I mean, mind you, Ersan is obviously a very versatile player. He can pretty much do whatever you need him to do at probably four and five. But I think if they're looking for somebody who's going to be like a super consistent shooter and someone who can at points shoot a little bit more volume from that, I don't really think Ersan's your guy there. I think it's more like you were saying before, Ersan, either Bielitsa or PJ Tucker. But
Persichetti, get it right? It's Bielitsa.
Bielitsa, thank you.
How about Doug McDermott? Any love for Doug McDermott? $7 million, 40% from three. Anything there?
Well, why would Indiana trade him to Philadelphia when they're in the thick of things for the playoff hunt? Like that's like another point that I think we have to address and that people don't really think about. Like the buyout market's always there, sure, but this isn't a normal season. You're going to have play-in games for the 8 to 10 seeds. Those teams are going to be lingering around for a lot longer than they usually are in the buyout market. Those guys they may never become available. Now, maybe that hurts the Sixers. It could also help the Sixers because maybe the Nets don't get an extra big. Maybe the Nets don't have anybody they can really acquire that they want to acquire on that market. But I think just hinging on the buyout market's not a good move this year.
Yeah, and I don't think we have to be honest. Like, I don't think, excuse me, I don't think we are a team that really has to hinge ourselves on the buyout market. I mean, yes, we do have we're capped out, but we have a lot of options of people that we can trade away, in my opinion, where we have a good amount of depth at our wing positions and guard positions where we can afford losing one or two of those guys and still be okay when you bring somebody else in who's going to be better for that role. So I don't think that the buyout market's going to be the thing that helps this team in the end. I think it is going to end up being a trade. It's just a matter of who and what you're getting for them, in my opinion. I know we are going to be losing you at a little after 7. Austin, is there anything you want to talk about specifically with the team? Anything you've been hearing that's any cool information you want to share with the people?
The Nets are progressing towards a deal to acquire
JaVale
McGee. That is something that I asked around a little bit about today. Jason Dumas reported that they're in active discussions. Is my understanding that deal is close. I don't know what that package would ensue. My guess would be like a couple second-round picks. But yeah, that should be something that we see materialize soon.
Yeah, and I thought that was interesting, and mind you that helps a lot when it comes to rebounding, when it comes to some defensive things. But like, JaVale is not stopping a guy like Joel. It's just not going to happen. Like, so. Do you think in the long run for the Nets that helps them with interior defense with big men like Joel, or do you think that's more of we have a guy down there now that can block a shot every once in a while and can get boards? Like, do you think it's a board thing or actual like interior defense for them?
I think it's a cultural thing because I think they have a lot of guys on that roster that aren't really experienced past Harden, Durant, and Irving, and you want to try to get as much culture in there as you can get. As one before, I think also like their rebounding and their effort on the glass is just abhorrent. Like there was a play the other night against Cleveland when like they were down 14 with 3 minutes or so left, and there's a long rebound, and no one for the Nets goes to box anybody out or get it, and a Cleveland guy runs right in there, gets the offensive rebound, and it literally lands at the free throw line. He comes in there and gets it, and then dunks it with like no one even in the paint. So I mean, they're not giving any effort right now on that side of the ball. I think they just need something that they can stick in the middle and use. Like they went out and they signed Norvell Pell off the free agent lot. I think they're just looking for bodies right now.
Yeah,
and I think it might ultimately end up being like an open tryout. Like their owner, Joe Tsai, is like one of the richest people in the world, obviously, because he owns an NBA team. But I mean, like he's legitimately like very, 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 very wealthy, and he might be somebody that isn't afraid of like eating money if the pieces don't fit. So maybe they might have a little bit of a revolving door with the finding their bigs. But I think they're going to try some things out.
Yeah, and I think like it can't go unnoticed that a guy like Norvell Pell going in there. I mean, mind you, Norvell Pell is our guy, so like that's a big, in my opinion, that was a big pickup for them. And I mean, not only that it's Norvell Pell, and of course we love Norvell Pell here, but it's like he is a very good player that, if given the chance, I think can really shine on a team, especially on a team like them where all they really need is a guy who can duck in and get some offensive rebounds, get some putback dunks, and he's also a good lob threat, and that's what JaVale brings to the team as well. So I wouldn't be surprised, like you're saying, if it is a revolving door, just trying out what guys fit best with that team.
And his 2K shimmy is like a 99. So good.
He's got wiggle.
About Šarić, he's making $9 million over 3 years, $27 million, like you guys said. He also has the Suns' highest net rating on their team. In other words, wow, they're outscoring teams by 19 points per 100 possessions with him on the floor. So I don't think that they're looking to get rid of him anytime soon.
Nice. Fave just said, he said, totally agree about Pell. Really surprised me last year with the few minutes that he had. I don't think that surprised anybody, just purely based on the fact that they had a big man like Al Horford that they had to try to give minutes as well. So Pell, if
don't get me started, Justin. Don't.
Am I wrong though?
Here's my favorite. So if anybody doesn't know, I run the Blue.
Chris loves the people that he could have at a cookout. Like
here's the I want to say real quick.
It would be so fun on a cookout, man. It would be a blast.
Oh, definitely.
But Norvell Pell was my favorite player on the Sixers last year. I gushed about him like literally all season long. I followed him at the 76ers Fieldhouse with the Blue Coats. Just a lightning rod of just joy and happiness, and you could see it like when he's like with the Sixers, like it's just a beam of happiness, and he's just so excited to be there. And
you then followed him into 76ers Fieldhouse and got escorted out by the security. That's a whole different story.
wait, actually?
No.
Oh my God.
But Pell's terrific, and I've been on so many pods here screaming for Norvell Pell to play minutes with the Sixers last year. I really hope nothing but the best for him in Brooklyn, but just a terrific dude.
But yeah, and with that, I did want to say I think if the team looks like it does this year, then I think he would have gotten minutes on a team like this. Like if Dwight Howard was not here, he would probably have had a lot of that Dwight Howard role on this team. But being that last year we had a guy like Al Horford who had the kind of contract that he had and was not playing well at the 4 spot for us, they needed to give those minutes to him basically. People talk about trading Simmons. Who else is stopping the other team's best scorer while giving you 8 assists? What are your thoughts on that, Austin, before you head out?
Say again?
The question on the screen, people talk about Ben Simmons. Who else is stopping the other team's best scorer while giving you 8 assists? Do you have any opinions on that?
I mean, I think the point of the question is that it's a rhetorical question. Like, there's no one. And I think that's a very valid point. I think people really needed to see Ben have this last game and a half or so of Ben, and he was really, 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 really awesome. The last quarter of the Boston game and then the first Detroit game. I think for me, the most encouraging sign is, he shoots 10 of 12 from the free throw line the other night. He's starting to get a little more confident there, showing a little bit of progression there. That's going to incentivize him to go harder to the rim. And I don't want to say that something has clicked, but I think it's not only a refreshing thing that he needed to have that Boston quarter, but I think it carried over into the Detroit game. I think he has a chance tonight to continue that on with now being, in theory, the primary option tonight.
His offensive rating with Seth Curry back is 150. Do you think Ben missed Seth Curry at all, Austin?
Yeah. Ben even said, post game after the Boston game, he was like, I love playing with him.
Well, he said specifically as well that it's like Seth isn't even just like the shooter that makes it above 50% of the time. He's also just a heady, smart basketball player. So he's making the right reads. He's cutting to the basket when he needs to. He'll throw lobs up for Ben when they're open. Like, he's all around a good basketball player, and he's a guy that you weren't able to see a lot of that in big minutes from him because of the teams he's been playing on. A lot of the teams he's played on since he's been in the league have been guard heavy, top heavy teams like Golden State, teams like the Blazers, teams like the Mavericks, where he's not able to get that many minutes. So now that he's on a team where he fits perfectly in there, you get to see him shine in all the ways that he can. So it's just so fun to watch a guy who's been in the league for a while now, but watch him bloom on your team is just so fun.
Daniel says, do you think the Sixers can have 3 All-Stars? Tobias, Ben, and Joel will 100% be All-Stars. If there was an All-Star game, that would be no doubt.
Speaking of that real quick, Woj dropped not a bomb, but Woj said something earlier today that the NBA and NBPA we're talking about hosting a All-Star game in March. That is in the talks right now. That is in the talks right now. So I think the rumors were Atlanta. Yeah. So we shall see if that actually comes to fruition. But I wanted to put that out there since you brought it up.
And before you leave, any like thing that you think about Zach LaVine to the Sixers, Austin? Any truth to that?
Oh yeah, I think there's truth to it. I think that they've had I know they've had conversations. And you know they got close on draft night, but couldn't quite get it. My guess, you're probably looking at one of Shake and Maxey, if not both. Thibault, because I know Mark Eversley loved Thibault, and at least probably 2 first-round picks, maybe some protections on them. If you do protections, probably a 3rd first-round pick, and maybe a swap. But I'll say that's a trade that I think I'd do. I think I'd do that.
Yeah, trade. And I don't disagree with that. I mean, mind you, obviously Shake and Maxey give you a lot for this team, but if you're adding a guy like Shake, who it definitely is capable of being a starter in this league, in my opinion, and also Maxey, who's a possible future starter in this league, I don't think giving up those 2 first-rounders for a guy like LaVine, who's still pretty young, I don't think you sneeze at that at all. I think that's a good deal.
It's time for my patent to move to the other room. So as you know, it's game time.
Before you leave, Austin, who wins, Sixers or Pistons tonight?
Pistons.
You suck, Austin, by the way.
Yeah. After that comment, Austin, I'm about to kick you out. So watch the game. Have a good one. Let us know how it goes. Peace.
See ya.
See you, Austin.
That was Austin Krell, everybody. He is one of our beat reporters for the Sixers. Please go follow him on Twitter at NBA Krell, and make sure you check out his podcast with the famous Brock Landis. And I'm going to let you take that away because I know you like plugging him. So talk about Brock a little bit for us.
Brock Landis does film breakdowns of every game, what we learned, what were the biggest takeaways, and they're completely stat-driven. There's no narrative. It's 100% what we saw. And if you want any knowledge and if you want to help us make Sixers Twitter better, watch those videos. Please like them. And please go follow my man Brock on Twitter at Landis Brock. Please, please, please go to his YouTube channel, Brock Landis. Subscribe. Dude puts in so much work. I like to consider myself the resident grinder here at TPL. From one grinder to another, Brock is a grinder. And there's nothing but love and respect. And that guy just crushes it, man. I want to just throw out this comment. Ben is a smart man. Turnovers and fouls. Well said, Ben Butler, because that's really what this game boils down to. You look at the turnover percentage when Joel Embiid is not playing, nearly 20%. 20% turnover percentage, which is god-awful. That'd probably be number 1 worst in the NBA. And the blueprint, when no Joel Embiid is in the game, get Dwight in foul trouble. If you get Dwight in foul trouble, you get him to that bench. The defense is gone for the Philadelphia 76ers, and that's really something that we saw in Atlanta. It's something – I forget the other game, Memphis or the other
I don't remember.
Grizzlies. It was Grizzlies, I think. But anyway, that is a massive key. If I had to really pick 2 keys to this game, you just nailed it, Ben.
Yeah, and I think something that's key that goes along with that is the fact that the Sixers tonight only have 2 centers in the lineup, unless they think they're going to bring Paul Reed to play some 5, which I'm going to doubt. But they only because Vincent Poirier is out. They only have Dwight Howard and TB12 or TB11. Is that what it was? Tony Bradley. So being that they only have those two back there, it's definitely going to be a struggle because both of them have the tendency to get in some foul trouble. So if they do, it's going to be a struggle tonight. But so you got to hope that does not happen. We could see some stretch. We could see some big minutes at the 5 from Ben if that does occur. Speaking of that, something that I've seen on Twitter every once in a while is people saying, why aren't they trying Ben out at the 5 a little more? And I don't know how I feel about that. Do you have any thoughts?
My goodness, like what other thing can you throw at Ben Simmons this season? Like the guy is learning so many different little things this season. Doc has confirmed that. I agree though. I would much rather see Ben at the 5 tonight than Tony Bradley. Put Paul Reed in. Let's run. Let's run this Detroit Pistons team off the court because you're not feeding Joel Embiid. This is a guy that leads the NBA in post-ups. The offense has to change tonight. So therefore, will Doc Rivers move to a much more up-tempo offense? I don't think he did that last time. I think they tried to replicate the same offense. It did not work. You look at the Sixers shooting, like I said during about 10 minutes ago, it's 30% from 3 when Joel Embiid is not playing. That being said, Seth Curry was not in 2 of those 3 games, but they're not getting it done, points in the paint. They're not getting it done from the perimeter. I would like to see them push the tempo a little bit. Let's get that Ben back when he was just literally running up and down the court and see what happens because they need to change something. And I'll be good with Paul Reed tonight.
Yeah, and I don't disagree with what you said. Something that I want to touch on with that and with the depth at center is isn't it nice to have a season where you can actually sit there and be like, okay, the Sixers are good and they have depth behind them. Like we can sit Joe and still sit here and think, okay, we could still probably win this game. Like how nice is it to actually think that? Yeah. Like, because let's just think about 3 years ago where this team was. Where if Joel's out, you're screwed. Like, it's not happening. So it's so nice to see a team that is capable of winning a game or capable of at least having a chance to win a game with their best player out.
Thunder Dude says, why would Austin root against the Sixers? My man Austin is aspiring media. Like he's got to be objective. He's got to be clear. To be fair, I'll piggyback off of Austin there. This is going to be a tough game tonight for the Sixers. Then he says, where are my hitmen? I thought Jason was going to come, but I'm not sure where he is. But anyway, I think Tiago will be joining during our post-game show. So there it is. I don't think Thunder Dude's asking about us. I wouldn't consider myself a Sixers hitman.
Can I know what a Sixers hitman is? I don't even know what that. I mean, I'm sure I'm not because I don't even know what that means.
I think he's referring to like people with much higher basketball IQ than us.
Gotcha. Yeah, me and Dibes look at it more from the fan perspective and from the than from the stat perspective all the time. But I will say, I mean, not the stat perspective, but fan perspective more than the all around perspective. But I definitely like I sometimes I look at other like all around perspective, but whatever. Anyway, Pedro says, so happy that I found this channel finally 100% only about Sixers. You rock. Thank you, Pedro. We appreciate it. Pedro is from Brazil, I believe. So we appreciate you. Appreciate you coming around. We are not only Sixers, by the way. I want to point that out. We got what else we got on here, Daz? You want to talk about that?
We just had a Flyers pod that went live at 4 p.m. We had Daily Dose, which was at 4:30, which covers all Philly sports. I do the Suit Up Geeks podcast, which is everything comic book movies, Star Wars, movies in general, TV series reviews, you name it. We've got everything covered. We have golf. If you want to actually like improve your golf game, we've got a golf podcast. We've got, of course, Sixers podcasts. I have another podcast called Party on Broad, which covers everything in Philly sports. But there's a little bit of everything really for everyone. And And then we got a comment here. What do you think of Isaiah Joe getting minutes over Korkmaz? We just went over this. I think the bulk thinks Joe will get those minutes as the season progresses. And then Chucky Brown says Joel is nothing like Shaq. I fully agree with that.
Yeah, I think ultimately, speaking on the Korkmaz and Isaiah Joe comment, ultimately, I think if Korkmaz shows in the next few games that he can hit his shots, just purely based on the fact that he can handle the ball a little bit and can run around a little bit, he may get some more run. But if he does not do that and he still keeps hitting this cold stretch, I think it's undoubtedly that Isaiah Joe is going to get another chance at some minutes.
Fave says, "How is it possible you only have 3,000 subscribers?" I appreciate that, Fave. We're babies. We're working on it. We're kind of new to the YouTube scene, so tell your friends, help us grow. You're the man. By the way, if you're watching us here on YouTube, Ben Simmons gets us on the board here. If you're watching us here on YouTube, I put the link of our public Discord link. So join us, chat. We can talk Sixers, chat it up with the Eagles, general sports, you name it. But there's our Discord link at the top of the chat. Click that link. You should be able to join from there.
Yeah, and definitely go join that because you can talk to any of us. Even the beat reporters for our company are there as well. So you can ask any questions you want. Talk about, within reason. I don't think the rules are on there yet, but we appreciate good people. And if you are nice, respectful to everybody, I'm sure we would love to answer it. So go hit that up if you have any questions. Yeah, it's fun. We're all in there. So you got how many people are in that chat? We got 30 some staff members in there.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun just to talk shit, It could be about anything. Yep,
exactly.
And if there are any comic book movie lovers that want to talk some WandaVision, let's do it, man. I don't get to talk it that much on these pods, but
yeah, we listen. I've watched. I'm caught up to the third episode. I don't know if we want to talk about it just because it could be very spoiler driven, and I don't want to spoil it for anybody else if they haven't watched the third one yet.
Yeah, I do not say anything. No.
It's a good one.
Yeah, third episode was the best so far,
dude.
I've heard the fourth episode. I'm seeing tweets that the fourth is game changer.
Oh, really? Okay, I'm excited then because the third I was like.
Steven says not expecting a win tonight. You're not alone, man. You're not alone.
I don't know. I kind of have a little based on Ben's play the past few nights, and I told you the key to this game for me is Ben Simmons, how he does, and Tobias Harris. Those two players are the keys for me today. If Tobias shoots well, I think this could be a Sixers W.
Yep.
But the paint defense could be an issue too, especially with Blake Griffin being back in the lineup.
Yeah. There you go. Tobias with a splash from mid-range. Oh. All right, Detroit is eating right now, 13-4. Detroit.
Yes, they are eating.
My goodness.
Detroit is going at us. I'm kind of surprised we haven't called a timeout yet. Oh, I think it literally just happened when I said that.
Did you see the Dwight? Well, it wasn't really a missed dunk, but I wonder how many dunks he has compared to miss.
I have no idea. That's a Tiago question.
It is a Tiago question.
Maybe text Tiago, be like, "Hey, can you come on here at the post game and talk about how many shots, how many dunks Dwight has missed in comparison to how many he's made?"
All right, 15-4. Pistons run to start the first quarter. Not what you want to see. Not what you want to see here. Pistons are shooting 5 of 9 from the floor, 3 of 5 from 3. My goodness, and it's coming from everywhere. Blake Griffin's the only one to not score for the Pistons. That's how good it's going.
Yeah, and the Cleva one says no excuses. We have Ben and Tobias. I'm expecting a W. Yeah, and I agree. I think it's one of those things where you can't like. Here's the thing: Joel Embiid is top in the MVP race. He is a 25-point scorer a game, 10 plus rebounder a game, shooting 60%. Like there are some excuses when you have a guy like that out of the lineup, but it is hard as well to give excuses when you do have two other all-stars pretty much on your team. It's just the hard thing is they have to find their way in the offense without Embiid on the floor.
Right on. Are those saying this game's over? Thunder Dude saying stop the negativity just for 5 minutes in. Marky215 is joining. What's going on, man? Always good to see you.
What's up, Marky?
Does not expect a good game today, but we need to be better. And Steven's saying the same thing. But thanks for joining. Thanks for joining, guys.
We appreciate it. We appreciate it a lot. Please, if you have not already, like the video, like all the videos on our channel, please. It'll help us get our channel out there. It'll be more of a recommended video for others so we can make this family a little bigger. So we'd really appreciate that if you could do that. Also, if you want, share the video. Share the live streams, share our videos on Twitter, Instagram, anywhere. Honestly, tell your friends. If you got Philly fan friends, this is a perfect channel for you. We cover all Philly sports. So please like, subscribe, share, comment. We would really appreciate it. And also you can go find us on all social media platforms at The Painted Lines, and definitely go check out our website at thepaintedlines.com.
Jay Monte said this is going to be like the Cavs game last week. Oh man. Dunner Dude's raging right now.
What, do we have low expectations?
Yeah. Marky215 says energy needs to be picked up. And Steven says this is not a dig at the Sixers, just the ebb and flow of the NBA. This is why Philadelphia doesn't deserve sports.
Listen, he's not wrong, really, if we're honest with each other.
I mean, you look at the games without Joel Embiid playing, what has happened in all those 3 games? They can't shoot. They lost every 3. Turnovers were absolutely bananas. 20% turnover percentage, 30% from 3 in games that Embiid didn't play. They're just not the same team. We kind of talked about what needs to change. Looks like Doc is just keeping the same system in place, even though there's no Embiid.
Well, I think part of it is he doesn't want it to be like 2 completely different teams when he's out. But then to me, I'm like, it is like this team is completely different with Embiid not on the floor. That's just how it is. Like he is like you said before the game started, he has the most post-ups in the league. And this team posts up more than anybody else in the league because of him. So
there we go. We got Toby hits a 3.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Toby is hitting tonight.
Fave, thank you. Telling all the fans and friends that this is the player to watch. This is the channel to watch. Thank you, man.
We appreciate it, Fave. We totally appreciate it. Hopefully, if we can go to France sometime, we can meet up with y'all.
That'd be all. I actually went to Paris for my wife's 30th birthday. We were seeing family in the Netherlands, and my wife has always wanted to see Paris. So for her 30th birthday, we shocked her with a trip to train ride to Paris, and we're there for a couple nights.
That's awesome.
2 days and 2 nights is not enough to do Paris.
Oh, dude,
not even close.
I severely doubt that.
But it was awesome.
Fave, you got any spots in France that we got to come see? Got any spots? Got any restaurants you like?
we were there right before the Notre Dame Cathedral caught on fire, and
really?
Yeah, it was really sad to see that because we were like just there, and that was gorgeous. We toured that, and oh my gosh, man, it was just inspiring.
Oh, I bet. Willard asked, how much did the Paris trip cost?
The train ride, or because we flew to Amsterdam and stayed in the Netherlands. My wife's sister and husband used to live there. Actually moved right next to us now. Literally like 2 weeks ago. True story. But they lived in the Netherlands for like 3 or 4 years, and we went there, and my goodness, they lived right outside of Amsterdam. It looks like a Disney fairy tale city where they lived at. But we took the train to Paris, which was really fun because it was like my first fast train ride. You know what I mean? We were going like super fast through the French countryside, and we went through Belgium. And how much it was, the train ticket, I'm going to say, I don't remember because it was so long ago.
Bro, Dwight Howard is pissing me off. I'm sorry.
Don't quote me on this, but I'm going to say like $100 some bucks a ticket per person, round trip.
Dude, Dwight has like, for one, Plumlee got 2 offensive boards in one possession, and on the other end, Dwight misses, and to be honest, looked like an easy alley-oop dunk.
Hit him in the head.
Yeah, I don't even know how that happened, but this is what I don't get for my guy with him.
Come on, guys, this is brutal. How much did the entire plane tickets and everything? Not cheap, man. We got lucky because we crashed at my brother-in-law's house. Like, we crashed there, and so that saved a good amount of money for a week plus. But we stayed and we got a hotel for fairly cheap right next to the Eiffel Tower. I wonder, I could remember it. We split it between 4 people. It was really cheap, but well worth it. Seeing the Eiffel Tower at nighttime. We went to a local cheese shop and got some wine and just sat outside like in this like park area and just drank and ate cheese. It was great.
Fave's got to tell me, is the cheese wine, is that like really like a France, like, is that like what is France known for? Because I feel like that's something that's they're definitely known for that I hear of. I don't know if that's just a like what's the word, stereotype?
Yeah, I think of crepe, I think of macarons, I think of champagne, I think of French toast, those sort of things when it comes croque monsieur, whatever that is. What's the chicken and wine?
Oh, chicken and wine.
What's the chicken and wine dish?
Asks his wife because he doesn't know.
Chicken beef. No. Chicken coq au vin. Yeah, so it's like chicken braised in wine. Oh my god, so good.
Ooh,
so good, man. But yeah, macarons. Macarons and champagne are well worth it.
Yeah.
Gotcha. France is known for French McDonald's.
All right, here.
What is this? What is that?
Bourguignon. I don't know.
Pedro's from France, and Pedro's from Brazil, isn't he?
There it is. Yeah, coq au vin. I can't pronounce it. But man, is that dish good? If you haven't made that, I've made that. My buddy made it too. It's delicious.
Yo, Steven said, I'd rather go with a small ball lineup than watch Dwight's hands. Dwight was. Let's be honest. Dwight has awful like hands. Like he has the hardest hands I've seen. If I'm honest, it's hard to watch at times.
Speaking of hard to watch, the Sixers are down 26-11 right now.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Are we surprised though?
Tony Bradley getting early minutes.
Yeah, I mean he should be with the way Dwight's playing.
We have Coyle in the house. What's going on, Coyle?
What's up, Coyle? Oh man.
Fave says you're gonna have to spend money to go to a good restaurant there. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Champagne, 100% champagne. And Mark says Sixers are playing. They're looking towards Lakers on Wednesday. That's definitely.
I think that's the biggest reason why Joe's not on the floor, because I do think Joe is more than capable of playing tonight. I think it's just part of it has to do with the whole load management thing, but it's also like he probably wants to rest up because he's got to go up against the best defender that has ever been he's ever faced off with in Marc Gasol. Let's think about that. Marc Gasol is the one guy. Besides Al Horford, is like the one guy that's been able to stop him.
Yeah. Fave says beef bourguignon is one of my favorite dishes. I don't think I've ever had it.
What?
Beef bourguignon.
Yes, you have.
I have.
Yeah.
We also have Pedro saying it's delicious.
Famous just eternalized by Julia Child. Check out Julia and Julie.
I definitely knew that. I'm a big food guy, so I knew that.
Me too.
Anyway.
If you want to check out some good smoked food, go follow Dibes at Mr. Crockpot on Twitter. Go follow him on Twitter. He just posted up some what was it, chicken bites or something?
So I smoked chicken thighs, and then I made a homemade mac and cheese, and then put that all together with some sauteed green bell peppers, and it was so good. Oh,
yeah, it's so good.
We stripped the chicken and shredded it, and that was delicious. And there's
I may need some of that.
Tony Bradley's bucket makes it all worthwhile.
Where's Rob when you need him?
I know, right?
It's literally a TB11 night, and he's not here.
There it is. Get Langy in here.
I'm literally gonna message Rob in the Discord real quick. Yo, do you want to shout out the Discord again?
Yes. So if you're watching us here on YouTube, I pinned the message. That is our link to join our Discord. It's a public Discord where you can just hang out, chat, talk sports, Sixers, Eagles, Flyers, Sixers, Phillies, you name it. Just talk. Just movies. If you want to talk WandaVision, let's go. But that is on the YouTube, pinned at the top of the YouTube link. Click that to join. That'd be awesome, guys. We're trying something new, but always be respectful, period. Period.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Dunner Dude says, do you guys plan on doing the Super Bowl watch party? So me and Ty were thinking. I don't know who else wants to join that. It's something we've been kicking tires around about doing a Super Bowl watch party. For me, it would be mostly about the commercials and eating really good food than watching the game. I like the movie trailers. I like that's my thing.
I think we definitely I honestly think we probably should. But I think it'd be a fun time.
Yeah.
But Aram says, do you think the Sixers can catch up and win this game? I think it's possible. I mean, when you got a team that's honestly better, all around than the other team, realistically, they should win this game. But it's definitely going to be tough when you got a guy like Joel Embiid out.
I was looking back at the messages.
That's so funny. So you know how I'm a big foodie. I found the list of restaurants to go to in Paris.
You found it?
Yeah.
I found it.
I'm about to say, I'm pretty sure your wife is standing right there that just handed you a phone.
Yeah. So.
Speaking of that, Fave says, I'm planning to spend a year in Canada for school. I'll try to come to Philly and give you a taste of beef. I'm not going to try to say it.
Deal. Sounds great.
Definitely.
French cuisine's not exactly my favorite. But yeah, I don't remember trying it. All right. She says I tried it. I don't remember.
Listen, that means he definitely has to try it again if he doesn't remember it.
100%.
Yo, what? Who is that? That's Sadiq Bey, isn't it?
Yeah.
What number is he?
Yeah, 41.
Then who the hell is that? Who are you?
Sadiq Bey. All right, see, we're getting back into this, guys.
Is this where Quickly is?
I'm not sure.
I don't remember. No, but isn't he with the Knicks? Am I crazy? Furkan trying to draw a foul. My goodness.
Are you about the Eagles' recent moves with the coaching staff.
Can I start with this?
Sure.
See, for me, it's tough. I'm not necessarily sitting here like excited, but I'm definitely interested to see what happens. It's to me, it's always interesting when a team gets like has a complete like new management put in because you don't really know what to expect a lot of times. They could have a completely different play style on defense and offense next year. There could be a lot of moves with certain players and just based on play style or age, however they want to deal with it. So I think it's more than anything just going to be interesting to see what kind of changes. Excuse me. Thank you. It's going to be very interesting to me what kind of changes we see going into next year, especially on the defensive end, in my opinion. Obviously, offense, that's the biggest story with Wentz and like what they're going to do there. But to me, I'm very interested to see what the focus is on defense because for so long, this team has focused, the Eagles have focused on defensive line play and somewhat on corners, trying at least to hit on corners in the draft and not focusing much on linebacker play. So being that this is a very nickel kind of league right now where people are expecting their linebackers to play those that like pass/run defense. I'm very interested to see what happens with that. It's very, very interesting to me.
My response was Sirianni was pretty meh. What is his name? Jonathan Gannon, the Eagles defensive coordinator. Yep. I was like, who? The best thing that came out of that was Jeff Stoutland returning because he was by far the Eagles' best coach last year. The offensive line coach, that's truly like the only position that's shown growth over the last couple of years. So it's good to see Stoutland's back. Other than that, all signs point to Carson Wentz returning. Although, did you see that report today or something that I saw about, I think it was Sealski or something put it out?
No, I didn't see anything about it. What happened?
It's just Carson showing that he's entitled, and it's just
dude. That's been the report. See, here's the weird thing with that is like you see confronting reports of that stuff. So like to me, it's like okay, where there's smoke, there's probably fire. Like if there's stuff going on about it, then there's obviously some people in the locker room and some people within the organization that think that. But it's like, is that a legitimate issue? And is that what was a legitimate issue with this team? Because it seemed like everybody loved him in 2017.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, it went sour from there on. So it's just like, to me, it's confusing. I'm very confused what it is that is the problem, and if that's the problem, or if that's just something that's happening that's not the direct problem, you know?
Yeah. Steven says, is Zaire Smith out of league? I don't think he's on a team.
Wrong. No, he got picked up and then released, didn't he?
I'm not really sure. It's really sad.
Yeah,
he's really fallen off a cliff. Dibes, does your wife like sports? Yes, she likes Philly sports. However, she does like my least favorite team. Do you know what that is?
Let me think about it. Least favorite team. Can you get? All
right, I'm a Temple fan, therefore.
Oh, she likes Villanova.
No, she likes Penn State. I do not like Penn State. I'm not a Penn State fan. So
why is that?
Why? I don't know. I never have. I come from an area where it's like literally shoved down your throat for no reason. Just like I don't know. I was just never a big fan of Penn State. I
feel like if you're from. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying I've always been like a Philly-based fan. So, and I don't believe in like Temple's my team. Period. It always has been. Even before I went to Temple, they were my team. So, anyway, and I do not like Villanova. The whole thing. Well, you're from Philly. You gotta like Villanova. That's a fraud. If anybody knows anything about Philly basketball, is that the local Philly teams hate each other to death. That is a fact. So, I hate Nova. I hate St. Joe's, LaSalle, you name it. Drexel.
My God. No, that's funny. I just find it funny how like if you don't watch college sports and you live in Pennsylvania, you pretty much default to Penn State at all times, which is weird.
Yep.
Like, I mean, maybe it's probably different in Philly, obviously, just because like if you're in the city, like you said, there's certain teams that are probably shoved down your throat, like Villanova or like Temple, but but I feel like anything outside of a city, like anything outside of Pittsburgh and outside of Philly, it's pretty much okay. You're rooting for Penn State.
Totally right.
Which has always been weird because I'm not a big college sports guy. So I don't know.
I'm a big college sports guy.
I've gotten into it more now because I like watching like basketball and stuff for college sports now. But like other than that, not really.
Stoutland leaving would have set this team back 2 years.
Stoutland leaving would have set this team back by a lot more than 2 years, in my opinion. That is a key piece to rebuilding this offensive line. Once Jason Kelce announces that he's retiring.
Who's going to be your left tackle next year? Is it Mailata? Is it Dillard? Like, what do you do there? Like, you have a guy named Sewell coming in the draft this year. Like, he could be the number 6 pick in this draft. They got to protect Carson. They have to protect Carson got murdered.
I think they're stupid if they don't try to put Dillard back at that left tackle spot and then try to put Mailata at right tackle.
Yeah.
Or sorry, oh my goodness. Not what I meant. I think they're stupid if they don't try to put Dillard back there. But if that's not working out, I think you try to get Mailata to stay at that left tackle spot and try to move Dillard to a guard spot. I mean, he's small enough to play guard.
This comment wins for comment of the night. Have you ever been to the Palestra, Justin?
I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah,
I don't know what the Palestra is.
Dude, it's a mecca of Philly basketball.
If it's a mecca and I don't know about it, then it's not a mecca.
I'm not even going to respond to that because it is some of my best memories going to Temple was watching games at the Palestra. It's the same feel as like going to Fenway Park. If anybody in the comment section understands what I'm saying, it feels like you're in this like super historic basketball stadium.
So it's old. So it's really old.
It's super old. Yes. It is terrific. It was where all the Big Five games were, and just absolute amazing. Like, that's worth the trip alone to go see the Palestra. It's fantastic.
Really? That's cool. No, I mean, that's kind of like how, like at Shippensburg, we had 2 different gyms, and the one gym was older than the other one, obviously, and the one gym was like, if you walked in there, it was like, damn, this really does feel like that like old style gym where like all the old D2 teams used to play and everything. So I don't know.
Palestra in Italian means gym. I never knew that.
Wow.
We have Coyle over here.
You're so uncultured. You're so uncultured.
I guess so. I guess.
Well, just figured out how to do highlight clips. What?
I don't know. Coyle got a capture card. So he's thinking about how to play around with things, and he's thinking about doing a video game live stream, like watch party thing.
Yeah. Is he gonna do 2K? Because I'll definitely help out with that.
I have no idea. You have to talk
to him. If he ever thinks about doing Rocket League, 2K, anything like that, I will definitely play.
I know he has a Switch and an Xbox.
Okay, so Rocket League we could play, but probably not 2K. Dude, speaking of video games, though, my PS4 last week decided to take a shit. Like I've had it since I was a freshman in high school, and mind you, I'm 21, guys. If you like, so I graduated in 2017, but I had it for a pretty long time, and it finally just started like messing with me, like randomly, like. All of a sudden, it'll randomly have to like reset. Like I have to reset the whole thing. It's a pain in the ass. But the other day, it literally just like turned off. Like mid playing it, turned off. Was so confused. Was like, what the hell? And then it wouldn't turn back on. And I was like, no, now I have to shell out money on a PS5, and I'm just not trying to do that right now. So it actually, today, I tried it out. It actually started working. I was like, holy shit, thank God. Which surprised me because it was like, I thought it was done. Like, it literally wouldn't even turn on. So I don't know. We got Jamonte saying, Furcon is horrible. I really hope Nadir is not in here, Jamonte. I'm at you right now. But yeah, he definitely has not been shooting very well in the one job that we need him to do. Marky says, Furcon plays way too soft for me. I can't stand him, yo. To me, it's not that I can't stand him because he plays soft. I think there's a lot of guys in the NBA that play soft, but he is a guy that just he's not giving you what you need from him right now, which is not fun. Although he has been out for a while, and he's probably trying to find his rhythm just like any other player would. But it's definitely frustrating. But I will say, on a better note, the Sixers are now only down 34-27, so they have brought it back a little bit.
Sir, Aram says my advice is not to buy a PS5. If anything, buy a used PS4. I still have the I just have a Switch, and I've been playing the same game. I think for the last like 4 or 5 years, it's the same game. If anyone can guess what the game is that I play on the Switch over and over and over and over again, it's the greatest game of all time. Period. I don't even think it's a debate, in my opinion. If you know me or you follow me on Twitter, you could probably figure it out. But anyway, it's the best game ever, and it's just I think I've played it probably about 8 playthroughs through New Game Plus. Some teasers there. Best game on Switch. Best game by far on Switch, and best game. I wouldn't say by far. There's a lot of good games on the Switch.
We got our Arshad said Smash Bros.
It's not Smash Bros.
I played that on. Tease with a nice dunk. I played Smash Bros a lot when I was a kid on GameCube. That was my shit on GameCube before Wii came out or anything like that. I was playing Smash Bros a ton. That was a fun game. And Madden 07, that one too. when the Broncos had, oh my goodness, who was the Broncos running back that was like super fast but like wasn't that great? What's up?
Terrell Davis?
Nah. I think it was after him. I don't remember. My dad would pick the Broncos and would just run the ball, and I didn't know any of the controls really. I didn't know how to like actually switch up a defense. So I would just play the same defense every time. He would just kick the shit out of me. It was not fun. Chris says The Witcher 3. They're trying to guess Dark Souls.
It's 100% Witcher 3, even though I love Dark Souls to death. Witcher 3 is the best RPG game I've ever played.
Gotcha. Do you want to talk about this quick? Who is Rajon Tucker, the kid the Sixers signed? Do you want to talk about him a little bit?
I know nothing. I can't really tell you. I haven't seen him play. I'm not going to make something up that I actually know who that is.
Yeah, I'm going to look at it a little bit. Rajon Tucker is excuse me. He is 23 years old. He's on a 2-way contract with us, first of all, so I don't think he's going to be I don't think you're going to see him much this season, especially with the wing depth that we have, unless there's some sort of trade and for some odd reason like he ends up playing with us. He played college basketball for Florida Gulf Coast and the Little Rock Trojans. He's 6'3", 209, so probably I don't know if he played point guard, but I'm assuming he did not, just because apparently he's more of an off-ball guy from what I've seen. Let me see. Hold on. Okay, sorry, he's 6'5", so yeah, he's a wing guy for sure. Last year he averaged 3 points, 50% or 46% from the field, and 17% from 3, with 82 from the line. So, but realistically, I don't think he's played a lot of minutes in this league. Obviously, yeah. Last year he played in 20 games and averaged 8 minutes per game for Utah as a shooting guard. I'll tell you what, if he's a guard and he's not able to make a 3-pointer, he is not going to be on this team.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Blue Coats roster right here. Jared Brownridge is terrific, one of the best shooters in the G League, period. Lamine Zayan, I think is pronounced. I think he went elsewhere, so I think this is old. Frank Mason's going to be fun to watch. I'm really excited to watch him.
Definitely.
Is that Kansas? I think it was.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, he was terrific.
I can look it up for you real quick.
Ivan Robb from California. That'll be interesting. And then Julian Washburn. I watched him play there. Just your prototypical G League defensive wing, kind of like positionless, 6'8", can defend, not a good shooter. But yeah, they're going to be doing a bubble soon, so I'm excited for some Blue Coats this year.
Yeah. By the way, Frank Mason did play at Kansas.
Okay.
Yeah, Frank. I think the Blue Coats actually have a pretty good chance on being a decent team to watch. Like actually, with the amount of veterans they have down there, like I think it's possible they could actually play pretty well this year in the G League. But what do you think is going to happen with that bubble? Is it going to be like the NBA where they have Zoom interviews where they play those over the TV? Like how is that going to work?
I imagine it's the same as the Sixers. So like Jason, he can call in on a Zoom call from his house, right? So you don't have to be there. I would imagine it's just like that, and you just have to have access to it. That's how I would guess. I don't know when they're even gonna show the games or where they're gonna be playing. I have no idea.
Yeah. So. Oh, by the way, Marky just said it. Are y'all watching the game? Yes, we are. We're just stuck in conversation about random shit right now. We are definitely watching the game. I actually forget what the score was, but I'm in a commercial break. What's the score right now? Do you see it?
38-33, 7.5 minutes remaining in the second. Tobias Harris leads all scorers with 12 points. Sixers bench is getting it done. 10, 12, 14 points from the bench, led by Tony Bradley, TB11, with 6 and 5 in 6 minutes. Good to see it. Dwight Howard's kind of relatively struggling tonight. 11 minutes, only 1 rebound. This is a guy who leads the league. Fourth in the league in offensive rebounding and one of the best rebounding percentage guys out there. Only 1 rebound tonight for Dwight Howard in 11 minutes. Talk about shocking. That is a weird stat.
Yeah, I would say I noticed in the beginning of the game. Real quick. Oh my goodness. I just saw a highlight on the TV of Matisse Thybulle guarding Blake Griffin, and he fronted him in the post, and Blake was just like laughing. Like this little kid thinks he's trying to do something, and then they pass it down to Blake, and he just steals it. And Blake looks like Blake literally went from this. He went from to. It was the funniest face to me. I'm sorry.
Steven says, "Can't wait for Thiago to break down Dwight's stone hands."
We don't need Thiago to be out here to talk about Dwight Stonehands. Let's be honest here.
Here, I'll show you right here. Hold on a second. Let me zoom in.
Yeah. Look at that.
What's that?
Steven says, is it sedimentary rock or igneous rock?
I see you, Steven.
Coming out here with the science puns. I love it.
All right, look at that turnover percentage for Dwight Howard. 38%, 100%, 42, 34, 27, 36.
Is this per game?
This is per game. 57, 29. The dude just is a turnover machine. Dwight Howard, man, is just he's got to limit the turnovers for sure. But when he does, he looks and limits the fouls. Dwight Howard's a huge piece, but he really gets stuck in foul trouble and really just has to stop turning over the ball.
I definitely agree. It's tough because, I mean, Dwight gives you what you need in defense and everything like that, but on offense, he's kind of a Knicks. So it's kind of tough in that perspective.
Seth Curry still scoreless, man. Sixers are shooting 2 of 8 from 3 so far tonight.
Dwight Howard's talking to Dwayne Casey on the sideline right now for some reason. You don't see that a lot where a player talks to a coach, talk to the other coach.
Mm-hmm.
Ben Butler says team rules. Dwight's not allowed to dribble. I don't think that's a bad rule. I don't think that's a bad rule at all. I'm not gonna lie.
All that being said, the Sixers were down 15 points there early on in the first period, or first quarter, and they're fighting. They're hanging around. They're hanging around. Dodge, while we're on Sixers talk, who's your wife's favorite Sixer player? I don't even know. What's your favorite Sixer player?
Current?
Yeah, current.
Seth Curry.
She likes Seth Curry. She's a smart woman. If I was like 10 years old, because I grew up loving guards and shooters. If I was 10 years old and I saw Seth Curry put on a Sixers jersey, I would be head over heels for Seth Curry, 100%. He would. If he's here for a good duration of time, Seth Curry, I have no problem saying he'd probably be my favorite Sixer.
And I don't think there's any reason to doubt that he won't be here for a pretty good duration of time. I mean, he's definitely going to be here for the 3 years on his contract.
You better.
Like, undoubtedly. They would be stupid to trade away a guy that fits as well as he does with the stars of this team. And being that when his contract's up, I think he'll be in his by then he'll be in what is his mid is 33, something like that, probably 32.
Yeah. He's terrific.
So I mean, he'll be due for a little bit more of a pay grade, but they also can say to him, like, look, you're getting up there in age. We don't want to give you some insane deal and then you get hurt and then we don't have you.
Mm-hmm.
Because what would you say he's worth on a contract for the league? Probably between 15 and 20 realistically, if he's playing what he's playing for this team.
Fully agree.
Yeah, because right now he's only making $9 million right now per year.
Yeah, that trade was so great.
Oh my God, yeah.
That trade was so good, man.
Dude, when that happened, I literally jumped out of my no. That was literally my second stream ever with the painted lines.
Boom.
That was literally What's up?
We're in this game.
Yeah, a little bit. But I think it was the second stream I've ever been in for the painted lines where we traded in the draft for Seth Curry. And I think you saw my reaction. I was literally like, oh, yes. I was so excited because I was like, dude, that's literally a perfect player for this team, especially when you're trading away Josh Richardson for him.
All right, who's your favorite Eagles player?
Current Eagle?
Yeah, current. Can
there be one? That's a real question. Can there be one?
They all suck. No.
Yeah.
That's a hard question. I mean,
I've got an answer right now for the Eagles.
It would probably be Kelsey.
Yeah.
Kelsey?
I would say Kelsey. Yeah.
Maddox was one of my favorites for a little bit there.
Phillies, I would say JT.
She said JT for
if he's on the Phillies, let's be real here.
He better be.
He's
going to be on the Phillies. It's just a matter of time.
And then Flyers, Carter Hart.
Nice. I want to get my daughter a Carter Hart jersey. Nick Foles. I see where you're going with that. I see what's going on. I see what's happening in the chats. Anyway, Andrew's ankle could be the most tragic. Jesus.
Steven, come on. This is a PG stream.
Oh, another turnover by the Sixers.
Pedro says Seth Curry is one of the best contracts in the entire league.
I remember doing that watch party for the Sixers and just going crazy. I think there's a video of that on our YouTube channel.
There definitely is.
And I remember just being like, what? Shut up. And Rob's like, no, Seth Curry. I'm like, shut up, man. I was really drunk.
Well, because you were also like fresh off of the Tyrell Terry, sorry.
Yeah.
You were fresh off the like wanting to get him and the disappointment of not getting him. And then like my first thought when we traded for Seth was literally basically what you guys were saying on the stream, where I was like, okay, Seth Curry is legit the guy that Tyler Terry would be, but he's a proven guy.
Yeah. No, I mean, I was a Tyrell Terry guy. But to be fair, me, Tiago, and Austin had Maxey really high on our big board. And we were very happy he went to the Sixers. Very happy. I think we all graded it like A minus that night. Steven says Sean Couturier by Runaway. We need him back, man. Flyers are hurting. Flyers are hurting, man.
Yeah.
Is there any news on Coots and when he's going to be back? I haven't. It's hard to stay up to date with work and stuff.
As soon as I feel like we're start. Ooh, what the hell is that call? As soon as I feel like we start kind of reining them back in, they start getting another lead, which is not good.
Yeah. Let's keep it a game. Hopefully you're.
The problem is it's weird because Tony Bradley is playing better than Dwight is, which is not good.
Yeah, right.
Do you think Embiid? What's up?
That was a really good defense by Shake.
Yeah, but they called a foul on him, which I don't understand.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah, the defense looked good to me at least, but I don't know.
Yeah, two most valuable Flyers are currently out. Phil Myers, Morgan Frost. Like the list goes on and on and on and on. My goodness.
Is hockey normally like that?
No.
Where there's like a lot of people out?
No.
No?
They play hurt.
The opposite of basketball players.
Yes.
What's sport? And now I've heard this question asked to me a few times, but I honestly don't watch all sports. So like, what sport do you think has like the most like toughness involved? Like, do you think it's hot? Because I usually hear like football or hockey.
Toughness?
Like basically if you I mean part of it could be like the injury thing, like playing through injuries, but also just like all around, like just when you're playing the game itself.
It's got to be hockey. I mean, hockey's I think a more athletic sport than football, if that makes sense.
Okay.
It's definitely as grueling. You don't have of football, but I think it requires a lot more talent and upper hand, hand-eye coordination, and you got to skate and all that stuff.
Yeah.
There's so much involved with hockey. Boxing, we got a rugby comment. I love that. I just said boxing. Boxing's like pound for pound the most. You got to be so athletic and talented and in shape to do boxing, man. It is the most insane workout ever. If anybody's ever tried boxing for like 2 minutes, you're dead. So, yeah, those are my two thoughts.
Dude, we're struggling right now. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this game's hard to watch.
Struggling.
Question from a Brazilian: do you like soccer? I do not like soccer. Do not like it. Never grew up with it. My family didn't like it, didn't play it, so I never was like really showed any interest. I was never any good at it either. I'm good with my hands. So anything like basketball, baseball, anything like that. But when it comes to like running for a good amount of time, I sucked.
Dives is terrible at baseball, by the way. Don't let him fool you.
All right. Anyway, let's go down 17 points here by the Detroit Pistons. This game sucks.
Yes, sir. Here's the thing too, but you should like. What did you say the score was again?
They're down 17.
Yeah, so like, but I think we have like only like 40 some points scored so far in the first half.
Yep.
When like typically if you have Joel Embiid out there, you're literally scoring like almost 70. It feels like in the first half at
Yep.
times.
I'll tell you right now, their average first half production without Joel Embiid is in that 51, 52 point range.
Yeah, so they're even playing below that right now.
They are. And what I tell you about shooting, they shot 30% in those 3 games without Joel Embiid. Tonight they're shooting 30%, 3 of 11.
And that just shows it. Well, for one, it shows the spacing.
Yeah.
The difference in double teams going towards Joel when he's in the game. It's just that when Joel's in this game, that is the difference in this offense. And I think that's part of the reason why some people will say you need to get another guy who can put the ball on the floor and you can trust when Joel is out, who can really like get the create looks for this offense. And I think that's part of the reason why people wanted Harden. I think that part of the reason why people wanted Harden is that even if Embiid's out of the game, you still have guys like you still have a guy who can play a full season you can count on. So does that like? Do you think that's going to be something that down the line hurts the Sixers if they don't try to make changes to bring a guy in like that?
A guy like what? Sorry, I'm doing something real quick.
There you go.
I got to do the halftime entertainment real quick.
Yeah. No, but what I was saying is, like, do you think that the Sixers, do you think if they were to acquire somebody who's capable of being that like secondary ball handler who can create for your offense, like maybe a guy like Zach LaVine or maybe a guy like
Of course.
like the guys like that when Embiid is out?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, of course. So, oh my gosh, is it really a year from Kobe?
Yeah, it is. Well, I think tomorrow it is actually.
Tomorrow?
I know tonight. I think it's a year. Yeah, it's a year from when LeBron passed Kobe in points. I think it was or something like that. But then yeah, the next day Kobe passed. So yeah, tomorrow.
I remember all that.
That was crazy, dude.
I know. I remember all of it.
I remember where I was when I found that out.
Yep. Me too.
Connor's in the chat. What's up, Spalds? Wayne Ellington is killing you guys. He is. Connor, I don't know if you knew this, but Wayne Ellington actually went to where we went to high school at Daniel Boone for like a year before transferring into Philly.
Huh.
So, interesting fact. But I did not know that was a thing.
All right, don't mind me. I'm gonna try.
Dunder, no, you're good. You do what you got to do. Dunder, I that was the insane thing to me too. Was like just that night, like in Philly, they played they had like tribute basically to LeBron and to Kobe, and like on Twitter, like Kobe like shouting out LeBron, saying like, "Yeah, nice man, like congratulations," and like it's just crazy that the next morning he passes away, and it's so sad. Like literally that day when I found out, like I didn't even know like mind you, and I'm not gonna pretend like I did. I didn't watch Kobe play much. I didn't start watching basketball till like the low end of his career, obviously. So to me, I didn't really have like a super connection like other fans do. But it definitely hit me where I was like, wow, like it actually upset me because of how much I do pay attention to basketball now, and like seeing how it affects not only like the league, but like the young players in the league who've looked up to him and like idolized him. So it's insane.
My memory with Kobe Bryant was like just seeing him, that photo with his daughter on the on the court. Mm-hmm. That completely annihilated me.
Yep.
That's like everything I want to be.
Yeah.
It really is everything I want to be as a father. Like say it all the time. Like, I cannot wait to teach my daughter how to play basketball. Like, cannot wait. I grew up as like my dad was my baseball coach my whole life. So it's like in my blood to coach.
Mm-hmm.
So I volunteered and did baseball camps for the youth, and I cannot, like, coaching's in my blood, and basketball's my first love. So man, I can't wait to teach my daughter how to shoot, and just seeing that photo of Kobe and his daughter on that sideline just like completely killed my soul.
I agree. Especially because she was supposed to be like this like crazy, like also just supposed to be this crazy good basketball prospect too. Like, I don't know. It's just so sad. And with how young she was, it's just like, ugh.
Yeah, right. It's horrible.
Oh my God. Anyway, on to happier notes. The Sixers are still losing.
We're down 14 on my end, coming back, and then there's an offensive charge. Okay.
That didn't even look like a charge to me, by the way.
Yeah.
Aram, speaking of Kobe, says, Kobe grew up close to where I grew up in Italy. I was very sad that he was the one that died. Yeah. Yup. That's cool that you grew up close to where he did. He played basketball close to where we are, over in Lower Marion. Oh God, you know it's bad when you got freaking Danny Green bringing the ball up the court. God damn.
You're gonna hate me so much.
I'm gonna hate you.
Yeah, I'm already apologizing.
Why?
Oh God, ugh.
Because of halftime?
These questions.
Dunder, I'm glad you picked up on that. Dunder said, I like how Justin went on happier notes. The Sixers still, I didn't say suck. I said they're still losing. But that was funny.
All right, I'm getting our Sixers halftime entertainment ready.
Okay. Steven says, I don't care if we win. I want a major growth for Maxey. Listen, I mean, in games like this where we're struggling, I don't think that's wrong. I think that's part of the reason why he's in the game right now, giving him a chance to run the offense a little bit. Oh my goodness. Steven also said, yo, I like Turkish Thunder, but I was not happy to be part of it. To part with Jeremy Grant. Huh? Do you understand this?
Hold on one sec. All right, I just finished. Yo, I like Turkish Thunder, but I was not happy to part with Jeremy Grant.
Do you know what that is? I don't know what that is.
No.
No? Are we both dumb?
Turkish Thunder.
Yeah, let us know in the chat what they're talking about there.
Ilya Silva was Turkish Thunder? I just Googled it, and that's the first name that came up. But that's
Steven said that too.
I don't think I ever heard that. I love to play. I mean, he played during a very fun time of Sixers basketball, which in context, what followed that up? Like, look back at what we went through to then to now. Those were I love our son. I love his energy. It was really fun.
Well, that's part of the reason why we've said like we wouldn't mind seeing him come back on this team, but like ultimately, does he make sense on this team? And I think he does, but like I think you could also find better 3-point shooting than what he brings. I will join the dumb squad on this one. Oh, he's joining us and not understanding that one. Steven says it was the right trade, though, trading away Jeremy Grant. At the time, I think so. Oh. All right. let's move on to halftime entertainment. Do you have it ready?
I do have it ready. But before we get started, Sixers are losing 64-50 here. Brutal half here by the Sixers. Right now, we're going to get into our halftime entertainment, which is Name That Sixer. So, unfortunately, Justin's our only one here. But anyway, I'm gonna throw out some Sixers. Look, I'm blurry again.
Yeah, you're a little bit blurry.
You just moved your screen.
All right, I'll be right back. All right.
Dabs will be right back, for his screen is a little blurry right now. So we are gonna talk about Dwight Howard and the hands of stone that he has while he's gone, and he's back, and he's still blurry.
I'm better now.
Yeah, a little bit.
All right, here we go. Name That Sixer.
Okay, can we make this look a little more professional? Can we put it in the viewing?
I can't, because then I can't see the screen.
Oh, you can't put it in slideshow?
You know.
Ah, I see.
Does anybody know who this is? If you get it, you get a free year subscription to thepaintlines.com. Be the first one to get it right. 1 free year of thepaintlines.com. You can't beat that deal. It is a fantastic deal. Anybody know who that is? And we've already got it. Justin already's like, no, I'm out.
I'm Googling.
We already got it. Nasty Nizzle got the W here. Jody Meeks. Well done, Nasty Nizzle. Let's go on. Let's go on to number 2. Name That Sixer.
Bro, I promise. Here's the thing. I can usually tell by the jersey if I'm gonna be able to know who these people are. So by the jersey alone, I could sit there and say I don't have any idea.
William Aldrich, thank you so much for the donation. You're the man.
Thanks, man. We appreciate it. By the way, I do want to say to everybody, if you do not already know, we don't get paid for this stuff yet. So understand that we appreciate every donation. We appreciate every like and every subscription, because that helps us get out there more.
Too nice, man. Thank you so much. Does anybody know who this is? And Steven got it right.
Willie Green. I said it before I saw the comment. Willie Green.
Oh, no. We got a Pistons fan. What's going on, man? Thanks for joining. Let's move on to the next one. Name That Sixer. Anybody know who that is? This is a hard one. This is hard. I told you you're going to hate me.
Yeah. You were right. It's definitely a white guy around that time. Looks like he might have played the center position. Definitely a oh my goodness.
Ivan Drago.
My goodness.
Coyle says Kyle Korver.
Korver.
And unfortunately, Ivan Drago.
Oof. It's Birdman. Right?
Not Birdman.
Birdman before the tattoos.
Nasty Nizzle got it right again. It is Lua Munson.
He's definitely looking them up, Nasty. You don't know these.
I love it how he spelled it, Almondson. The Last Samurai.
Oh my goodness. That's awful. That's terrible. Don't make fun of the man's hair. Come on.
Oh man, Ray Allen. These are always so much fun. I love it. We should actually do that and have like wrong answers only.
Oh my god,
that'd be so funny.
That'd be a fun Twitter thing to do.
Yeah, that'd be really, really fun. All right, let's go on. The Last Samurai just killed me. That's really funny. let's go to the next one. Name That Sixer.
Oh man.
You're not gonna get that.
Hell no. Elton Brand.
Man, this guy was a bum. I'll say that. Anybody know who this guy is?
He was a bum?
Oh yeah. All right, we've got a couple. Got it.
Really? Let me look.
Steven got it. Scott Williams and Amos got it.
Will said T.J. McConnell.
We should also do like a right answer and a best answer or something like that. Maybe we'll do that moving forward.
I agree.
That is hilarious. All right.
So here's the problem. I can't look at the comments when I'm trying. I gotta wide view the screen because I can't see.
Like this would be an example. Lord Voldemort.
That's amazing.
Oh, that's great. Thor, the mighty Thor. Jared Dudley
times Jared Dudley times Voldemort equals what was his name again? Scott Williams? Was that
what he was terrible. All right, let's roll on. Oh, by the way, speaking of, we had a comment here from UNC. My man Mike Small has George Lynch on his podcast tomorrow. Ex-Sixer great. George Lynch from UNC. Loved watching that guy play with Allen Iverson. Coached up Shake Milton at SMU. So that's going to be a really fun interview. That's going down tomorrow. That'll be up on the YouTube channel tomorrow. So keep a lookout for that. Let's roll on to this one. This is hard. This is really hard. Does anybody know who this Sixer is?
Emmanuel Mudiay.
No, he never played for the Sixers.
I know. Tony Rotten.
Nope. Joe Biden.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Thaddeus Young.
No. Homie the Clown. Well done, Yams. Homie don't play that.
Al Horford.
Aram, no one's got it yet. Aram says he looks like a fan ran on the court and stole the ball.
Man, it's Jess. That's Shemi Ojale right there. That jet, you know how jacked he is. God dang.
This one's hard. I'm not gonna lie. This one is not easy.
It's Joel Embiid. He's wearing number 21.
Yeah, exactly. Andrew Bynum. That's not a bowling ball in his hand. It's a basketball, so it can't be Andrew Bynum. Justin's not even trying.
Bro, Ben, I'm gonna be honest with you, buddy. I don't know who these people are, and I've made this very clear on a few different streams that I didn't start watching basketball until like 4 years ago. Like I don't know who these people are.
I like this reply. 100. I don't even think he put on a Sixers jersey, to be honest.
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Not Dewan Wagner. Not Dewan Wagner. That's a great guess, though. Great guess. I'll give it like one more minute. No one got this yet. Pepe Sanchez.
Are we surprised that no one got this yet? Is this something that somebody should get?
No, this is pretty tough.
Yeah, no. Best comment. I want Iguodala. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I've rewatched that video of oh my man, Max Kellerman when he was asked like on the Golden State Warriors, who do you want taking that final shot? He says instead of saying Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, anybody like that, he says I want Iguodala. I was like, oh my god! If that doesn't just go to show how much of a narrative goes along with national media, it's insane.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Kevin Hart, that's amazing.
Bill Cosby, no. All right,
Sure.
I'm gonna.
I don't think Bill Cosby's ever been that skinny.
The correct answer is Greg Buckner.
That was my second guess. That was my second guess. See, here's the thing: is I knew it had something to do with Nur, and Greg. I couldn't think of Buck.
Greg Buckner. So, here we go. Oops.
Name that Sixer.
Dominique says, why are Sixers incapable of winning a game without Joel Embiid? It's a great question.
Yeah,
it's a great question. We'll ask Tiago that.
that's true.
Save the hard stuff for Tiago. Name that Sixer. Who's that?
Hold on. This one's small. I can't really. I say that like I'm actually gonna know who it is. I have no idea.
Is that
Monty Williams.
Is that Jay Blevins?
That's Monty Williams.
Man, is that funny. Man. Actually, Nasty Nizzle got it right. It's Bruce Bowen.
You just clicked on ding ding. My goodness. Bruce Bowen.
Nasty Nizzle got it right. Bruce Bowen. He was great.
Should I know who that is? I feel like I should know who that is.
Yeah, he's a national commentator now.
Yeah, that's why I said I feel like I definitely have heard that name. I just don't even no idea. Sorry, Carl. Sorry, Nasty. I'm terrible.
All right, that was fun.
That was it. You didn't have one easy one?
That was it, man. I'm not gonna make it easy.
You couldn't throw up a lob to me or easy one? Come on.
It's not how I roll, man. They got to be all hard.
Ugh.
It's not worth doing then.
You couldn't give me at least like a Jared Bayless or like a like somebody who was barely on the team for like not anything like a. I don't even. Let me think about that. Who's a guy that was like drafted that wasn't even here that long or like it's Cabarro. I'm sure some people don't know his name or like a perfect one.
That's it or no?
A shooter that was here when TJ was the point guard. Damn. I think he's still in the league right now. What'd you say?
Jody Meeks?
No. Jody Meeks played with TJ McConnell?
I think so. No.
Damn. He was a shooting white guy. Spiky hair. I can picture his face, but I can't think of what his name is.
Spiky hair?
Yeah, well, and it's spiky as in like it was spiked up in the front. White, skinny. He was a guard.
On the Sixers?
Yeah, damn.
Raul Neto?
What?
I'm drawing a blank. Spiky hair.
Spiky hair it was just spiked up in the front. Like not like spiky, but like spiked up in the front. Somebody tell me in the comments who was that? He's a shooter. He was a good shooter, honestly, for this team. Couldn't play a lick of defense though.
Mark Dave Chappelle.
Damn, dude, it's gonna drive me nuts. I can't think of who this is. I know it too. I know it. I can literally picture his face. But he was close with TJ. Damn. Hold on. I'm figuring this out.
Can you say that the Sixers will still win this game? The Sixers are down 14 points. It's really been the Pistons in cruise control this entire game. It's been really tough to watch. Oh, Nick Stauskas.
Yes, Nick Stauskas. That's exactly.
Thank you, Nasty Nizzle.
That is exactly who it was. Nick Stauskas.
I
feel like that's a player that if you put a picture of him up, that like people would not know.
That's cool. How do you do that?
You got to mute, bro. I got you. It's okay. I muted it for him. Don't worry. Yes, Nick Stauskas is nasty. That's exactly who I was thinking of. I feel like that's a guy that like obviously some people know, but if you weren't watching the Sixers when they sucked, you probably don't know. What we got? Steven said, best high school b-ball team ever. Dunbar, Muggsy Bogues, David Wingate, Reggie Williams, and Reggie Lewis. No one beats that team. My goodness. We got Robert California saying, Thibault straight bullying Griffin, though. Defense like that will get him minutes in the playoffs. I agree. Like defense like that's going to get him more minutes, but the problem is that if it's going to be hard to get him minutes on a team where the star player, especially in the playoffs, on a team where the star players are not hitting their threes, and that you kind of need at those wing positions and guard positions people who can hit the three at a consistent rate. He just hasn't been that, and I don't know if he's going to be that. And we got to hope that for his sake, if he wants to be on this team, that he can start hitting, because they already have guys that can play decent, like good team defense out there on the court, like Ben, like Tobias has been, like Danny Green. So I can tell you right now, they definitely would rather have Danny Green and Seth Curry out there instead of Matisse, just purely based on shooting and the fact that he can and the fact that excuse me, that Danny can defend. I need you to believe that the Sixers will win this game so that I win this bet. Hey Ram, listen, I'm sorry, but I don't know if you're on the right stream then. I mean, I think they definitely have a chance. They got to clean it up, honestly.
Hey, what's the bet? What's the bet?
Yeah, that's true. What is the bet, Aram?
What's the bet, man? All right, third quarter starting.
He's gonna say he bet like $1,000 or something on there. I'm gonna be like, ooh,
I hope not.
ooh. The Cleva says Nick Stauskas plays for the Bucks now. I think. I don't know. I didn't even know he's still in the league. If I'm honest.
Man, that guy was like the ultimate like gym shooter, but never translated to the game.
Really?
Yeah, Sauce Castillo, man.
Oh, someone, where is this comment? I know like 2 guys on that list. I know Muggsy. I know Reggie Lewis.
Yeah.
And David Wingate rings a bell, but other than that, I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's before my time, too.
Well, sorry, Steven. We both suck.
Pistons start off with a 3. That's good.
Listen, man. The only way we win this game is if we pick it up right now, in my opinion.
Ben Simmons 3. Oh, barely hit the rim.
On the next break, I think I'm gonna go get some food and go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Williams and Wingate went to Georgetown. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Toby bullying Jeremy a little bit right there. That was nice. By the way, tell me in the comment section, guys, am I too close to the mic? Am I too loud? Or is this okay? Let me know. Because I know I tend to move close to the mic for some, like naturally for some reason. So let me know if I'm being too loud for you guys.
There you go, Toby. There we go.
Yeah, that was the play on Jeremy right there. Is that what you just saw?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So why is Dwight not in?
Probably because he's been playing like shit. No, honestly, like he has not been playing well at all. He's not getting boards, and he's also like jumping at everybody.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, good. Come on, hit that. Okay. All right, there's a timeout. I'll be right back.
Yep. Jeremy Grant posting up Seth Curry. Wow. I'm afraid. Oh, there you go. All right. Bad shot. Ben Simmons to Danny Green for 3. 3, baby. Sixers down 9. On a little run here. Sixers down 9 to the Detroit Pistons. 3, 4, 5. On a 5-0 run here. Nice little turn of events here for the Sixers. Sixers are outscoring the Pistons 8-3 here in the third quarter. Man, let's go. Let's go. A lot of questions about my wife tonight. Favorite sport to watch, and who is your wife's favorite Philly sports team to watch? Favorite Philly sports team, favorite sport.
What's my favorite sport to watch?
Mm-hmm.
Football.
All right, we got football.
And then who is your wife's favorite?
What's up, Peloton? If you're pumped, you are ready to go.
Eagles.
Eagles. We got football and Eagles. So, did not watch the Connor fight. I can't tell you anything about that stuff. So, sorry, Brian. Yeah. What are your takeaways of this game so far? It's kind of been a brutal game to watch, but we're gonna push through. Right now, the Sixers are on a 2, 4, 5, 6, 8-0 run here in the third quarter. They're now down 9. That might be your wife's burner account times. It might be. Do you have a burner account?
No, I don't. What might be my burner account?
Kevin Cronin keeps asking about you. Oh, man. Hey, we're going to win tonight, man. Let's go Sixers. We got this, man. The Sixers are due to start hitting some shots. The Sixers are shooting 5 of 13 from 3. It's getting better. I think they hit their last 2. Correct me if I'm wrong. Since the half, 46% from the field. Sixers are a fourth quarter team. Keep the game close. I know no Joel Embiid, but that defensive intensity goes up significantly in the fourth quarter. I know we don't have a full starting lineup, but see what happens. See if Ben can replicate the magic that we saw in that fourth quarter again. So we'll see. Ben is hopefully angry and drives team in second. Exactly. Just said that. Literally just said. All right. Steven says, smash the like. 35 watching, only 22 likes. Yeah, man. Come on, guys. Smash that like button. What are you doing here? Come on. Oh, man. It's some positive vibes. Nice block by Danny Green at the rim. My goodness. Oh, Seth Curry. Mr. Danny Green just fell on his ass. I don't know what just happened. Did anyone else just see Danny Green just completely lose his balance? That was hilarious. Oh, no, we're done with that. All right, Seth, come on. We got the little two-man game between Seth. Oh, Seth Curry missed. Ryan wants to talk about the Eagles. I wish nothing but the best for Deuce, man. It sucks to see him leave, but he deserves it. No one really deserves it more than Deuce. Glad to see him get his chance. It just wasn't going to be happening here. I don't think they mistreated Deuce Staley. Not at all. The Eagles just went a different direction. Was it the right decision? We'll see. I'm very meh about the Eagles coaching staff. Very meh. Nothing about that gets me excited other than Stoutland coming back. They have a lot to earn or a lot to prove on the Eagles, and so does Deuce Staley, to be honest. I don't drink the Kool-Aid when it comes to Deuce Staley. I don't even like his running back rotation. I'm sure he's a great guy. And I'm sure, and I know he had the players in his corner, and I'm sure he would have been a great head coach. But I'm not going to ignore the fact that his running back rotation was terrible.
Yeah, real quick, and sorry, I'm back. Hi.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi. My thing with Deuce Staley too is like the Eagles like really needed to. Or sorry, no, I don't necessarily know if they really need to do this or not, but I think a big reason why they decided to not go with him is because they felt like they need a new voice.
Amen.
I think that's like a very big thing right now with the team is they just if they're gonna bring in a new group of coaches, if they're gonna bring in a new offensive guy and defensive guy, they just need to clean sweep it and just start out fresh. Let the guy coming in pick his team, pick his staff, and just see what happens. But because I think keeping Deuce Staley at a big role, I don't think they were going to keep him as a head coach. I think if anything, they may have moved him to offensive coordinator. But I think in a lot of ways it had to do with the fact that it would be a similar voice, similar person there, and they just wanted to start fresh.
Thunder Dude's heading out. Have a good night, Thunder Dude. Thanks for joining. Check out our Discord chat if you want to chat with us on Discord. It's at the top of this link here on YouTube, by the way. So if you want to join, that'd be awesome. And Steven says they did not use Corey Clement anywhere near enough.
Corey Clement was always hurt.
He was always hurt, man. But it was not just Corey Clement. How many times do we see, even though Sanders just fumbled the ball over and over and over again, or dropped a wide open pass, or Sanders a little overrated, by the way. I didn't like it. There are so many opportunities when nice little bucket by Toby. Sixers down 9 here. Anyway, thanks for joining, Dunner, dude.
Guys, please, by the way, please, if you don't already, make sure you go and like our post-game show video, because we do make it a separate video. So please make sure you go and like that as well. We want to try to get those videos out there, and they'll get garner more traffic the more likes they get.
Yes, please.
And I can tell me and Dibs are both hungry because neither of us are talking. We're just munching on chips right now.
I'm in snack mode right now.
Dude, me too. Especially because we're losing.
I know. I need something to entertain myself. No offense, Justin.
Wow. See, I didn't take offense until you said something. I didn't take offense until you said no offense, because then you definitely thought about it.
Oh my God.
This kid sucks. She is not entertaining.
Oh man.
Ooh, Steven, let's talk about this. Steven said Sanders regressed in the passing game, and Corey wasn't hurt as much this year. Such a third down weapon. I know he had the shoulder, but in 2020 he should have gotten more run. I mean, it's possible, but I will say Sanders and Clement are very similar backs. Not only because they're both there. I mean, mind you, Sanders was a better pass catcher the year before, so that's kind of what Corey was really used for, especially in the Super Bowl season. But I don't know. It was tough. I think Sanders is better than what he did, and yes, he did drop a lot of passes and didn't play well in the passing game. I think some of that has to do with timing and bad line play. Our screen game was terrible for the Eagles this year, and typically in the past, when this team is good, they did have a good screen game when they had guys like Darren Sproles and Darren Sproles, Jay Ajayi. They were running a really good screen game, especially in the Super Bowl season.
Let's not forget the play calling.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the play calling when you would watch the Sixers. You would watch the Eagles in a scripted possession where they'll go run, touchdown. And then the next 2 drives, it would be 6 straight passes and 2 3-and-outs. That happens all the time.
At first, to me, I was making excuses. I was making excuses for him because I'm like, okay, it's because we're down in the game a lot of time. But the fact is that there were then, as the season went on, we were doing it even more when we weren't down. So it was just really confusing to me.
Yeah, that was one of the most frustrating things to watch is when the Eagles are getting 4 or 5 yards of carry.
Yeah.
And Doug just completely abandons it. In an entire quarter, you don't see another run, even though they were getting really good yardage.
That's the Browns game where that happened?
No, it happened every game. It was a routine.
I know it happened every game, but I mean, wasn't that the key game that started that notice? We started noticing that even more.
I can't tell you. The entire Eagles season was just one shit show. Yeah, I mean, it was. I'm not lying. Like, that's why this is a blast, because that Eagles season, doing a preview show, doing a pregame show, doing a watch party, doing a postgame show, that like took a lot out of me.
This year was not the year to start doing that.
No, that was our first year of doing Eagles watch parties, and man, that was hard. I was so excited when the Eagles were officially done, because they were done well before they were officially done. But it was just an excruciating season to get through.
I bet. Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie. At the beginning of the season, I remember I tried to do it for one game, and I was like, nah.
There you go. Tony Bradley, player of the game so far. Let's go.
The hustle plays are here.
She's showing.
Where's Rob? Where's Rob?
I know. Tony Bradley's having the game of his life.
Is that Rob's
Yeah. We should get at least Mike Small on here to represent UNC.
Is that where Mike went? Or is he just
Mike Small? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Isn't that where he said his one daughter is listening?
Alabama.
Oh, Alabama.
Yeah, it's so funny. Mike Small has amazing podcast guests, but they're so deeply rooted into
Alabama.
it's either Alabama or UNC, because that's like all of his family right there. Because his daughters, what?
Sorry, go ahead.
His daughters go to Alabama, so he's a huge Alabama. There you go, Shake. Shake gets a bucket. And then he went to UNC.
Just like hockey checked Matisse Thybulle.
Really? All right.
This is exactly the issue that I was worried about. The Dwight Howard not having a good game. Like when it came to the boards and shit like that. Penalties, fouls. It's just not good. Also, Ben has a lot of fouls right now too, so it's not like we can really experiment very much with him down there right now. What?
Kona's getting some icing on a cake.
Kona, are you spoiled?
Oh yeah.
No.
Langy and Talon are taking a short break. They'll be back soon. Next week.
No, they're quitting. They quit TPL. They quit their live streams. They're done. They told us to tell you to just come watch the Sixers live streams because that's the only thing that Rob's going to be on.
Only down 11 here. Come on, guys. Let's go.
See, I think that you can't like that in itself is insane to me. The fact that we're only down 11 right now.
Come on, man.
Kevin, what did you just say? How many Phillies shirts, jerseys does your wife have, and who are the players?
We're not talking about this.
What's up with the question on?
I know it's getting borderline creepy.
Yeah. How about you? Do you want to talk about you, Dibs? What are your Philly guys like for the Phillies?
I've got a Harper and I've got a Kruk and I've got Mitch Williams.
You have a Kruk.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's money.
I got you that one.
Yeah, it's money. It's like old school maroon.
The Williams.
Oh, okay. Yeah, those are nice ones.
Uh-huh.
I don't remember. Who else do you have?
Mitch Williams.
Yeah. Don't you have? You have a couple T-shirts. What?
Yeah. I have a lot of T-shirts like Chase, Howard, Holiday. all that kind of stuff. I'm not a big jersey guy. I'm not big on the I need a jersey thing. And I don't ever buy current players' jerseys ever. It's not my thing.
Yeah, I'm not a really big jersey guy either. I literally have 2 jerseys right now, and I had Malcolm Jenkins
I think you have
and Malcolm Jenkins and Ben Simmons. For the Phillies though, growing up, you're a little blurry in them. Now you're back. For the Phillies though, when I was younger, I had an Utley jersey. And a Roy Halladay, because I just loved Roy Halladay.
Oh my god. Greatest pitcher I've ever seen
you have
ever.
Holiday, don't you?
I have Holiday. Greatest pitcher I've ever seen ever.
Remember that the holiday shirt?
Ever.
What's your favorite holidays? One holidays or something
Yeah.
like that.
We did a thing where we were like, Coyle was there too. We
Yeah.
were like seeing different stadiums, and that was the day when Holiday was with the Phillies, and we were going to like different cities and watching the Phillies play.
Yeah, I did that for like a summer with some of my buddies. It was actually Connor, Corey, and a few other of my friends. But we went and so far we really haven't gone that many places, but they went to Boston because Connor's got some family up there. We went to Baltimore. I'm trying to think. I can't even. But I got to see. Oh man, what's the guy? Who's the guy who got traded to the Padres like the last 2 years ago or the last year?
I couldn't tell you.
Third baseman, like good player. I can't remember who it is.
Yeah, this is the Tony Bradley game. This is unbelievable. 12-9 in 19 minutes for Tony Bradley. Man, Coyle, you want to join us and represent the Tony Bradley fan club? Because they need love. They need love tonight. Sixers are only down 7 right now. Oh, Jesus.
Thank you, Ginn. Ginn just said Machado. Thank you. That's who it was.
Oh.
I got to see Manny Machado playing with the Orioles before he got out of there.
Coyle's playing with his new capture card.
Obviously, you're not if you're typing in the chat.
Oh, man, that's funny. Coyle's got Chooch, Dutch, JT, and Howard. That's not a bad list. Steven has Hextall, Brent, and Sean Coots. I don't have any.
Like a Coots.
I only have a Giroux. My Flyers gear is weak, man. It is. Flyers are like here, and like everyone else is here in Philly sports.
I was gonna get you a hard jersey, but you keep saying don't get any.
I don't. I consider myself like a jinx. If I get a current player's jersey, like they're gonna get traded or injured or something. I'm very superstitious.
What's the store that you can take it back if it gets traded and you can get a?
Yeah, Schuylkill Valley Sports has a deal like where if a player gets traded, you can exchange it.
But is that still accurate or was that old?
That was a while ago.
Yeah.
I do not buy.
There is something like that. I'm pretty sure.
Jay Monte says Bradley's better than Dwight. Tonight he is. No one's questioning that tonight.
That was when we were in Downtown.
Mm-hmm.
What's insane is how shitty we're playing, and we're only down by a little bit.
I know.
We're only down by 8.
Look at Toby fighting in the paint. Love to see it. Oh, Dwight, another turnover. Oh, that blocking foul. This would be, Jamonte says, we're still in this game. We could steal a W. We're still.
If we can steal a win in this game, I'll be amazed.
Yeah, that would be insane.
That's the kind of difference that if this team can do that.
Yeah.
With your best player not playing, like to me, that's a big deal. Like with the amount of adversity that this team is playing against right now, with having him out and just like trying to figure out how to run an offense with him out, like if we win this game, I'll be shocked.
Yeah, we're a second half team.
which is weird because we've never been that before.
No.
It's always when Brett was here, it was always Joel would play amazing in the first half and then just completely shut off afterwards.
The Sixers were the definition of a team that if you saw them play the first 6 minutes, you knew exactly what they were going to get. You were going to get the rest of the game under Brett Brown. That was easy. You can't say that about this team anymore.
Yeah.
Coyle says we're a third and fourth quarter team. And Jaden Blake says, would the Sixers live their game if they got a sniff of a win in the fourth?
Yeah, you're gonna love the defense you see. Look at it's around like the 2-minute mark. The defense from Tyrese Maxey in the corner, amazing. Go watch that.
I mean, we said that several times now. Just keep it a game in the fourth quarter. We'll see what happens because Ben just goes crazy in the fourth quarter. Look at that defense by Tyrese.
No,
Look
so
at
that was some beastly defense by him right there. Like he closed out, didn't hit the guy, and then on top of that was able to keep him from getting a good shot off.
Wait. Steven, is it the black? Because I have one too. I have one with my name in the back. It's a black 76ers jersey. If that's the same one, that'd be really funny. I have an Iverson one and my name one in black.
Yeah.
Matt McGinney says I should get a first jersey. So you guys, that would be probably one of the funniest things ever if I showed up in pods and I'm wearing a Korkmaz jersey and Nadir shows up and I would love to see his reaction on that one.
Oh, me too.
That would be one of the funniest.
I'll tell you what, Furcon jerseys, cheap. Definitely cheap.
Cheaper than his contract or
maybe by a few $100,000.
Steven said correct.
Yo, I'm gonna go grab my Flyers jersey real quick. I want you to look at it because it's got an insane amount of signatures on it because I got it when I was like I don't even remember how old I was. I was young. But my grandparents are super super big Flyers fans, I guess, when I was growing up. And so they brought me to a game, and you know how they used to do I don't know if they still do it, but they do have a Flyers Day thing where they have the players sit around the stadium and you can go around and get stuff signed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think I went to one of those when I was really little, and I got a bunch of people to sign this jersey. I don't even know who it is or any of the signatures are, but I'm gonna grab it real quick.
Cool.
Be right back.
Jay Monte says Dwight sold this game for us. Matt says Nadir has committed on Benism after the weekend. He said, if anybody is talking shit on Ben Simmons after these last couple games, you're not watching the game, man. You're not watching the game, and whatever. DF is Tessie passing up at 3-4. I don't know what that means.
Can you move over a little bit so I can see it?
Oh. All right, guys. What are your vibes in this game so far? Do you think the Sixers can come back in the fourth? Who's going to lead us? What are your thoughts? What are your vibes? We're not. It's not crazy right now. We're really in striking distance. Just gotta hope Doc and that defensive intensity returns in that fourth quarter.
So look.
Oh, that's nice.
I don't know who any of these people are, but there's a bunch of signatures.
That's awesome. I like that one.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, so maybe I'll
Oh no.
try to figure out who's on here, but I have no idea because, like I said, I got this when I was probably 4.
Woo! Freaking Korkmaz with a magic bounce. Kawhi Leonard bounce. It goes in. Love to see it. I think they gave him a 3 there. That was definitely a 2. All right. Yam says put Tony Bradley on the floor. Yeah, Dwight's killing it, man. Really, I haven't seen him struggle this bad in a while. He's got a team leading -20 in 17 minutes. He's got 4 rebounds in 17 minutes. Only 2 offensive rebounds. That is a weird game by Dwight Howard. The weird part about it is he's only got 1 turnover and 2 personal fouls. Typically, a bad Dwight Howard game is tons of turnovers and a ton of personal fouls. There are none of those. So he's just flat out not hustling or something. Something's off. Aram says, by the way, the Pistons are 3-13. Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. But their average win margin, like Austin said during the pregame show, is like a 4.5. It's a -4.5. So they're in every game they play. They just can't bring it home.
The Pistons aren't the terrible team that their record is showing. To me, it's like last year with the Hawks. Like every once in a while, the Hawks would have like a decent game because they had decent players, and if they played well, they were going to win the game. But like the Pistons, we're also playing a game without Joel Embiid. Everyone's got to remember that if we lose this game. Well, that's a good question. Steven said, "Where's Marquise at?"
I don't know.
Marquise normally in the comments.
Yeah, normally. I haven't seen him. Not tonight.
Yeah, Jamonte, we know they're last in the conference, but like realistically, any team who's like last in the conference right now, like I feel like that doesn't say much because of COVID, because of like so much going on. Still early in the season. They could be in the playoffs for all we know by the end of this, but I mean it's doubtful, but like definitely doubtful, but it's still possible. You never know.
Robert says Embiid is our entire offense, and Toby. It is. It 100% is. They lead the team in usage, and they've been terrific. They've been absolutely terrific. But you're right. Like you still have Ben, you still have Toby. Just the entire offense goes down the toilet when Embiid's not on the floor, and you're seeing it. So they don't have that same offensive firepower that they do regarding points in the paint, getting to the free throw line, shooting from the perimeter. It just all goes down the toilet. I like this mentality a lot. I don't believe the Sixers will lose until we're down by 10 with 5 minutes left. I love it. Love it, man.
Ooh, Isaiah Joe's getting some burn.
Good.
But Furkan's still in the game.
Interesting.
Yeah. Right now the lineup out there is Ben Simmons, Furkan, Matisse.
Right. That was good defense by Dwight there.
Joe and Dwight Howard.
Oh. Korkmaz gets a bucket. Let's go. Come on, Cork. Yeah, this is what we were thinking. We talked about this during the pregame. I think it's pretty obvious.
Corky.
Nah.
Corky.
Not to travel, first of all. Yeah, it's travel. Again, guys, I'm 30 seconds behind. Don't make fun of me.
Something I want to say, the Sixers are shooting 33% from the field right now. One of my big things with whether or not they were going to win this game today was, one, if Tobias played well, because I thought Ben was going to play well this game either way. My biggest keys outside of him were if Toby plays well and we have good 3-point shooting. And obviously Toby's playing all right, but the 3-point shooting is piss poor. So
Why'd you do
Sixers
that?
coming up with some stops here early in the fourth quarter.
Don't do that.
My bad. Not again. Oh, Korkmaz has the green light here in the fourth quarter. Oh, they just hit a 3. Come on. Every time the Sixers are looking like they're coming back, it's just Detroit has an answer every time.
yeah,
Isaiah Joe for 3. Nope. Damn.
Do that. Really?
Man. Yeah. Are you even going to do a post-game show for this?
I mean, yes, because consistency is key. But see, why is Ben not doing that more often? I don't get that. Come on, got a rookie center in there, and you're not doing that more often.
We got a bunch of new people in our Discord.
How many
4?
are we calling for? A bunch.
Sure.
I know. I was just gonna say that.
Right. Come on, Sixers. Let's go.
If you said we got like 20, I'd have been like, all right, yeah, it's a bunch. But like,
I'm pretty sure that's like the first time Ben has gone downhill all game long and he gets an N1.
that's what I'm talking about, dude. Like,
So frustrating.
that's literally why I just said like this. Like, why are we not seeing that more often? Like, that's literally why I said I'm like you have success when you do that. That's the first time he's looked like athletic as hell.
Man, he's been
You know what I mean?
post
Like
mode.
that's the first time I've seen him actually look like super athletic this season, going up and like using his strength.
Yeah, another weird game by Ben. Like, even though he's like non-existent offensively, he's only got 1 turnover. It's a weird Sixers
The
game.
fact that we're even in this game whatsoever is shocking to me. After like how we've been playing. Would you have expected Jeremy Grant to get the deal that he did this year?
I mean, it's the Detroit Pistons, so.
I mean, no, but I think other teams probably would have wanted to get him. I think he just wanted to be a star on a team.
Yeah, he wanted a chance.
He seems like he's definitely capable of it, dude.
Not, he would never do that on the Sixers.
No?
No, that wouldn't be his role.
Oh, no, I know that, but I'm talking like I think he could still play the role of like being like a good player for another team that had a different kind of roster. Like obviously with our roster, I don't think he would, but I think it is possible if you have a team that has like a guard heavy roster that he could be a big player on a team for like that.
Oh.
Steven said it best. He said, yeah, we may be toast.
Oh, man. That was a dagger 3. Dagger 3 there.
Look, the only way I feel better about this game is if Ben can really pick it up right here.
Whew. My goodness.
Nope, and I say that. Nice. You got him.
There you go, Ben. There you go, Ben. Here we go. Oh, there's Ben with the steal. Oh, baby. Here we go. Oh, what was that?
My reaction exactly.
It looked good. Just bricked it.
Despite what Jason says, he went up with his left that time.
Jay Monte, this is true on the road. Sixers defense stopping the three-pointer on the road was horrendous last year, 38%. So it really shouldn't be that big of a surprise considering we're on the road. And what are we giving up on the Pistons now? Pistons are shooting 43.8% from three. Oh, my goodness. That Embiid. I love Embiid, but you gotta be better than that. You gotta be better than that. And this is the 100% fact.
Did you say Embiid?
Yeah, I mean, even though you have no Embiid in the paint, like that doesn't mean you should be giving up wide open threes.
I didn't even realize that the Pistons are shooting 42% from three.
Yeah, I just said that. It's terrible.
And the fact that we're beating them in rebounds really surprises me.
Especially when Howard only has, like 4? How is that possible? What a weird game. Steven says pick and roll defense. That's been the Sixers' crux for the last several years, man. There's cancer.
Joel has actually been playing better at that recently.
All right. Just a reminder, guys, we'll be doing a post-game show on a new link, which I'll get, actually. Let me get that ready so that way we have it set.
Holy shit, this is the real difference here. Bench points. The Pistons have 55 bench points. We have 23. We're giving up insane amount of points from the Pistons bench.
Well said.
I mean, I guess that does make sense though, because our best player and probably one of the strengths of this team, where our best player at the center position and then one of the best backup bigs is now starting, and he's not a starting caliber center in this league anymore.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do you love how there's like a random car in the? I mean, I know Detroit. I know why, but don't you just love how the Pistons have like a random car?
Yeah. I just pinned the post-game chat, post-game link in the YouTube chat. So if you're watching on YouTube, it's right there. That's what we'll be moving to when the clock hits 0.
Steven, what did I say? Exactly, Justin, and his absence just made it look awful again.
That suggestion of having 2 separate streams, man, I can't stress enough how amazing it feels to be able to be like, I'm done recording and I can go to bed.
Yep. You're welcome, I guess. I guess you're welcome to you and your wife. Loki, I was kind of surprised you never thought of that before, because like the first time where you were on here with me, or sorry, the first time you were on here without me, I did that because I made the stream and I made the other one because I was like, I don't know how how late this is gonna get posted because he's busy, so I just was like, I'll just make another stream. I didn't think anything of it when it came to like that you'd want to do it again though.
The problem with it is like when you do like one long stream, you have to download the stream, and the download. Yeah.
It's a 3.5 hour long video.
Yeah, it takes forever to download it. Then you have to cut it, and then you have to upload it, and then you have to download the video, and then you have to upload it into YouTube. And that whole process took it. Oh, he missed the dunk. That whole process took like.
Well, that's got to be a tech. Come on, that's got to be a tech.
Like 4 hours.
Oh, it was just tedious.
Yeah.
No, I bet. Glad my idea can make your life a little easier.
Total. Oh, there you go, Harris. Oh. I don't know what's more painful. Watching a game where the Sixers get completely blown out or watching a game where like the Sixers are in it and then turn over the ball or Detroit hits like a 3 and then it's not close again.
I feel like it's definitely when they're in it. It's definitely that. Like
this game has been really hard to watch for me. Oh wow, that was an offensive foul. Josh Jackson, man.
Yep.
whoa. Yo. The Jackson is just said to Ben Simmons, "You're a bitch."
No way.
Yeah, they showed a replay and he called him a bitch like 3 times.
What?
Yeah, you can see him mouthing it. You'll see. Oh, and now Mike. Is that Mike? Yeah,
Oh,
Mike Scott just walked up to him. Mike Scott walked up to him. Yo, Mike and Joe both came up. Oh, Joe's walking up to him now. Oh no, Joe's walking up to Ben. Never mind. He's pulling Ben away. But Mike just walked out off the locker off the bench and was kind of in his face for a little bit there.
Oh, I love it. Let's go.
I love it too, man. And this is where it's tough because I love Mike Scott's energy, but his play on the court is inexcusable for what his contract is. We have guys making $1 million, $2 million for us right now. Ooh, Josh Jackson just got ejected.
Did he?
Yeah.
Look at these guys go at it, man. I love it.
Like, here's my thing once again with Mike Scott. I love his energy. I love what he brings to the team that way, but it's just so frustrating that he's just not hitting. Like he's just not playing well. Dude, and Josh Jackson, let me tell you, how much of a bust is he right now?
Sucks, man. I was a big fan of his too.
Yeah.
Steven says that I thought it would be way better. I'm with you, man. I actually was all for drafting Josh Jackson that year. So anyway, that the hit watching him fall off a cliff has been tough. I think it was in the G League last year.
Come on, Ben. Sorry.
Jack Mills says we will beat the Lakers. Modog says the refs lost control of the game. I'm losing brain cells watching this team. 100%, man. 100%. This game's brutal. And then Steven says, I took Amadeus Payne Friday. That's my job tonight. So,
bro, why is that the time that we can't do it? Like, that's going to be the difference in this game right here. You're going to see what I'm talking about in 30 seconds, but we just missed every single free throw. And to me, that is the difference in this game right there. 4 free throws. You're going to miss 4 free throws? Or was it 3? I don't even remember.
Man, it's brutal.
Oh my God, come on. Okay, that works. I'm getting very upset with the Sixers right now.
Getting?
All right, you know what? Fuck the Sixers. I'm always upset. Is Josh Jackson being ejected from this game going to be the difference for us?
There you go.
Yeah, Toby?
Yep.
Let's go, Toby. Come on, man.
Come on. Come on. Ah!
No. There you go. Shake.
Shake has been very, very off lately.
He's been killing it in January. Just the last couple games been iffy. No way. Oh my god.
All right, so right now we're down by 12 with with about like 5.5 minutes left, or down by 14 now. Steven, I think was it Steven who said that he doesn't decide who said that they don't decide that the Sixers are going to lose until a certain amount and like certain amount of points.
I think it was Dunder, dude.
Was it Dunder?
Yeah, he's the positive one.
Got you. Yeah, I'm gonna agree with him right here. I think this game's done.
Oh, nope. We got this.
They gotta turn it on right now. Like the only way they get this game is if they turn it on right now.
Oh, just missed layup.
Yo. Fave said, imagine watching this game at 3 a.m.
Oh my god, dude, you're a baller. Well
Dude,
done.
that's Dibes with the live streams for WandaVision.
Yeah, but WandaVision is once a week. This is like
All the time.
every other day.
Yeah, that's commitment as a fan right there.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. If that were me, I'd probably be like waiting to watch like I'd record it and just like watch it later or something.
Yeah, me too. I did the WandaVision thing at 3 a.m. and I was dead the whole day. I was completely dead.
I bet. Yo. Wait, hold on. What is this? My wife just said Josh Jackson looks like the Wayans bros when they play mentally challenged. Do you understand what that is? Because I don't.
I think that's a movie.
Wayne?
I think that's a movie. I could be wrong.
I don't know this.
I have a headache. I don't know if it's Sixers or a giant sugar rush that I just ate. I just pounded away an entire cake.
Like the cake, not
Have you drinking a lot of water today?
I've been having a lot of water. So it's probably the Sixers.
Probably.
Say hi, Kona. Hi, Kona. All right.
Can we just like have it? Can we be sponsored by NBC Philly and just have our post game be the post game instead,
It should be.
rather than just old white guy and this other lady and wearing a lot of red?
Coyle says I can't watch the games if they aren't live. Jay Monte, it's 1:17 p.m. here in Australia. It's 9:18 here outside of Philadelphia. Ben Butler says the headache is from the Sixers play. I have one as well. Yeah, this game really sucks. This game really sucks. In Living Color reference, one of the best shows of all time. All time in Living Color.
What do you say? One of the what?
Best shows of all time.
So good that I never heard of it.
In Living Color?
Yeah.
It's where Jim Carrey got his beginnings. The Wayans brothers got their beginnings. Like
Let me ask you, what year was this?
early 90s.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah, I wasn't alive, so
All right, I lost my thing again.
It's right there. You just put your.
That's better. That worked.
Gint said never heard of it.
Ginn said he never heard of Living Color, but he's also never seen a comic book movie, so.
does he not watch Marvel?
No, he doesn't watch any of it.
What?
He's never even seen The Dark Knight.
Huh? Hold up. You haven't seen the best performance of Joker ever?
Ever.
That like I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't watch a lot of like Justice League stuff, and like I don't watch a lot of like Batman, Superman, that stuff. But like that movie is one of my favorite superhero like villain movies ever. Like Joker, just for one, he's scary, but he's also hilarious in that movie.
Is this Kai Carlin or Matt McGinney? Or which one is this? I'm not really sure.
Does Kai not like Batman?
You don't know that whole thing?
Nah.
Right.
What is
Kai
it?
Carlin-
You gotta explain.
Kai Carlin talks trash on Batman, knowing how much it like bothers me. And I love Batman. Batman's everything. Marky says, saw this game coming. I was praying I was wrong. We did too. The Space Jam website is down for the first time since the movie came out.
Wait, did that come out?
I don't know what that means.
Well, there's a new Space Jam coming out, but did that movie come out? Because I feel like that would have been a bigger deal. I would have known.
It's going to be out on HBO Max this summer.
Gotcha.
And Steven says, In Living Color was Damon Wayans and Jim Carrey at their best.
I don't know about that. You got the Grinch. That was you got Mask.
Dude, no, just stop. Just stop. No,
So
no,
much better
no.
than Mask.
Go
Yeah.
when we're done here. Look up, and Steven, back me up on this. Fire Marshal Bill, Jim Carrey skits.
Okay.
So
Real quick question. What movie was it that Jim Carrey was a weatherman?
He was a weatherman.
not Anchorman, no.
A weatherman. Well, I mean, he was like a weatherman.
It was like where he had to tell. He started having to like tell the truth about everything, and he was like,
No, not what.
I don't think he was a weatherman. He was a lawyer in that. Liar, liar. He's a lawyer.
"Okay, maybe there's that one. Maybe it's not that one. Which
With not Amy Adams, but the girl, and it's his girlfriend or something in the movie. Is that what you're talking about? And he had
what's that?
God in the movie. Is that
Bruce
what you're-
Almighty is.
Yeah, Bruce Almighty.
Yeah, Bruce Almighty.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it is.
But he's not a weatherman. He's like a. But I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Was he just a reporter?
Yeah, he's just a
news
reporter. He goes in like.
Okay, I couldn't honestly. I've only seen that movie probably once or twice, but it was in my memory. Ooh, Terrence Ferguson's in the game. That's how you know we're gonna lose. Terrence Ferguson's in the game, and Paul Reed.
Oh, God.
It's Tyrese Maxey, Terrence Ferguson, Isaiah Joe, Paul Reed, and TB11. Mad Max is coming out tonight. Here's the funny thing. This game is actually like there's still definitely a chance of winning this game. Very slight. But like if somehow like we can play decent defense and Maxey just goes off right now.
Right.
Very strong chance we can still get this game going.
Oh my God.
The man, the myth, the legend has arrived.
What's up,
It
Diego?
is Tiago at Tscabby on Twitter. Go follow him. Go check him out.
You guys are still.
Tiago, how you feel about this game so far?
I feel like the Pistons are the most unlikable team I have ever watched in my life. They're so-
Why is that?
You got some, Josh Jackson, Blake Griffin. They're dirty. They like to talk. They're not any good. Yeah, it's
They're dirty. They like to talk. They're not any good. Nice.
yeah, it's a trifecta of nonsense. So I'm glad the Sixers get to get out of there soon.
As long as no one gets hurt. Just get out of Detroit. Get the hell out of the disgusting city, Detroit. And
If we're honest, the only person that's on the court right now that gets legit minutes for this team is Tyrese Maxey. So,
for the closing lineup here.
yeah.
Yeah, they tried everything. They tried Isaiah Joe. They tried Tony Bradley, obviously.
Well, Tony
Nothing was-
Bradley actually played pretty well this game.
He did. He
For what it's worth.
he did what Dwight Howard didn't do, which is move
Everything.
and rebound and do basketball things.
Hold on. Did you say he did what Dwight Howard didn't do? Like move and
Rebound and occasionally
No,
get a
the person used to
putback,
move.
catch the ball, those things.
oh my god, dude! I cannot believe how many missed dunks he had this game. Like missed like alley oops. I was like, what?
Dwight?
Yeah, Dwight. I was like, what the hell is going on?
Have you seen Dwight play in his career?
No, not much. But the past few years, yeah, sure.
He's notorious for that nonsense, man. It's like 1 good game, 10 bad games. 2 good games, 20 bad games.
Yeah. You might be right, Thiago. Someone compared this, I think it was Yams, to the Cavaliers game. Pretty close. Pretty close.
Yeah. They were out of it from the start, right? Just get hit early.
Yeah, that's been like the kind of the entire game is that when the Sixers just try to make a little push, Detroit had an answer every single time.
Yeah.
Game. And you saw like that Cleveland game, they beat the Sixers 118-94. That's kind of trending the same way here.
Yeah, what's annoying was it was like a Josh Jackson 3-pointer or a DeLon Wright 3-pointer.
Yeah. Yep.
Or a Dumbuya 3-pointer. I was like, who the hell are these guys? Like,
What
they didn't even
the
know how to
hell was that?
shoot.
Yeah, all these guys except for Blake Griffin.
Right. Yeah. Oh, man. I was hoping Mike Scott would have thrown a punch or something. That would have been the first thing he's ever done for his team in a little while. It's like, all right, Mike Scott's still on the team. It's good to know.
I was just saying to Dibes, I was like, here's the thing that pisses me off about Mike Scott. I love his attitude. If only he could actually play basketball right now. And that sounds awful, but like for real, like if only he could be the player he's supposed to be for this team right now, I would love him so much.
Yeah, like the Pistons paid Wayne Ellington $2 million right before the season started to play, right? You watch Wayne Ellington, then you got Mike Scott, cursing out the Pistons on the bench. I mean, you decide which is the best investment right now.
Listen, Wayne Ellington's my man.
Yeah.
Detroit.
He went to my high school.
Nice.
Detroit was the Sixers' wife tonight. Put them in their place every time they thought they had an answer.
We got a Pistons fan in the house here or something?
No, he's a Sixers fan.
We did have a Pistons fan earlier.
Yeah, we did. Sixers being 0-3 with Embiid shows the fact how Embiid is really the most valuable player to this team. Now they're 0-4. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the story this year. It wasn't so much last year. The Sixers had better answers when Embiid was out. I think people don't want to hear this, but Al Horford kind of played a role in that. Obviously, you don't want to pay Al Horford for that nonsense, but, he made a difference. When you have Al Horford, you have Dwight Howard.
Yeah. I would say not on the defensive end, though. Al just played terrible on defense for us for some reason.
Right.
I would argue our defense wasn't even as much the issue. Like I mean, obviously you don't want to let a team score 117, but we also basically stopped playing this game the last 8 minutes.
Yeah, it was a little bit better in the second half. The first half was kind of messy, rebounding and Dwight Howard.
I won't forget one of the first possessions of the game for the Pistons. Dwight Howard, they literally got 2 offensive rebounds in one possession. I was like, what the hell are we doing here? Mason Plumlee's looking like a god.
Yeah, man.
Is it as simple as the fact, Thiago, that Joel's presence just opened up so many more looks for their Sixers shooters? Because the Sixers don't shoot at all when Embiid doesn't play. Their average is 30% from 3.
Yeah, I mean I think that plays a big role because Embiid has been really good at passing out of double teams this year. He's been really solid, identifying where the shooters are at. And, the Sixers do a lot of stuff around Embiid, around corner threes and stuff like that. So I think those options are clearly limited. But it's also the fact that just when you need a bucket, Embiid's just going to get fouled and go to the line.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it is. The Sixers offense is not this juggernaut, machine that runs around and gets buckets from every part of the court. It's more all right, we're in trouble, dump it into Embiid, and that's it.
When you watch some of the preseason games with Shake Milton and Tyree and Maxey going off, I thought we were going to be for a little bit.
I mean, they're not bad, but I mean, it's not this, proficient machine. You watch some of the best offenses, you're like, holy crap, these guys do. This is a pretty standard pick and roll offense and stuff like that. But
yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to do a post-game show right when the clock hits 0 here. Put the link on YouTube here right at the top of the chat. You can just click there, wait for us, make sure you like. We'll be doing that very, very soon.
Also,
Chris,
if
you
you
just
haven't
sent the
already, like this video, please. If you have not already, please like this video.
Did you send the link, Chris?
I sent it in the private chat.
Okay, so it's a different one.
It's in the private chat of the watch party.
Yeah, so go in StreamYard right now in the private.
It's on YouTube, right?
Yep.
What you mean on YouTube?
The YouTube channel, right?
No, dude. To join our
It's literally yeah.
it's
Am I
literally
missing
in the
something?
computer.
I think you're confused.
Gotcha. I was like, I'm looking at the Discord. My bad. I was like, what's going on?
No, like our private chat on the stream.
Gotcha. Right on.
Oh man, I got a headache.
We're saving up for Wednesday. Wednesday's going to be a good one, hopefully.
Yeah, let's hope so. This was like we were talking about it so many times. Like this was just a really painful game to watch.
Oh yeah. For sure, my guy.
All right. Should wrap it up?
Yep.
All right, 104, 119. Guys, please make sure you join the other broadcast. We're about to start it. So peace out. We'll see you soon.